Alright, and I think we're live. Oakley dokley, fellas.
Hello.
So, let's start with a little bit of a recap. Unless anyone wants any clarification from the last time before we get started. No, none. Okay.
We fought some sneak.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit of it. So you guys came in having just cleared up the first two UNT zombies that you've come across. It was a tough battle, but you guys made it out just in one piece, just barely. And after deciding that it was, too much, you decided to take a little short rest. During that short rest, you did some investigations, you looked around. Roland found a silver jeweled ring, or I guess without a jewel, of a snake. Pyrite talked to his mole a little bit, and I think conversated a little bit with when he was looting the bodies, and found out that there were strange occurrences to these zombies' death. You were investigating to see if the vegetables were somehow linked or causing this disease to kill them off. Kythos took a more a different approach to what to do during the short rest, and decided to cast some lights upon some torches. Very good idea. Helped with investigating some of the walls. Less good idea, shouting at the top of his lungs to try and intimidate the snake zombies out of the temple.
And let me clarify for this session that I will be conferring with my teammates on any life-threatening actions going forward.
Last session was probably fine, but this one, the fact that I don't know in game, but I know out of game that we were about to do a boss fight. Like, yeah, I don't want my character to die. Legit, I actually really do like my character.
So, as Kythos shouted at the very, very top of his lungs, and brought forth a gathering, a little swarm of UNT zombies. These puzzle-loving zombies decided to jump y'all and take it in their own hands.
When I did that scream, I don't even think I rolled like a good number for the scream. I think I just had like a my voice was shot kind of scream.
It was kind of like, yeah. I don't think it picked it up on Discord, but in the recording, I kind of made it sound like a little bit. I don't know if that picked it up that time, but it's just it was a very weak shriek. I dig the intent behind it. Like if y'all had if you had rolled a 15 or up, you would have scared them away and your path would have been clear. Like, you would have been fine. Mm-hmm. If not, I would have rolled an encounter check for y'all. So, at the end of the day, there was a chance it was going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
But after Pyrite and Roland made some very quick work of these Sneeple, with Pyrite getting crit on with an arrow sticking out of his stomach, and then ending it with a knife getting stuck between his ribs as well. After which, there's a little bit of a back and forth between everyone as the shouter remained shouted at. After it was not too bad though, so y'all continued on to the very, very bottom of the Ziggurat Temple. At the very bottom, you came across a floor pad trap, i.e. Indiana Jones. In this trap, in these traps, you guys kind of like, you did a pretty decent job of like finding out the traps and like sussing them out. Unfortunately, Roland, when he went to the middle, accidentally fell on one trap after, I think, rolling 2 5s or something like that.
Yeah, I had 2 pillars fall on me. I do remember that part.
And yes, first he had a pillar fall on him, pinning him to the ground, and with him being diseased, it did not bode well. It did not bode well for him, leaving Pyrite to attempt to rescue him, triggering every trap along the way. and causing darts. No, it was first another pillar to fall on top of R'hllon, and then darts to start shooting out of the walls, and then finally Kythos used thaumaturgy to create tremors in the ground to activate all of the buttons at once, which caused one to go off, which was a giant rolling ball which hit R'hllon in the head.
I thought we used thaumaturgy first, and that's what caused the second pillar to fall.
Oh yeah, no,
off.
that's what caused the second pillar to fall.
Yeah, I got fucked up. I'm at like 18 health right now.
For some, I was under the impression where it's like all of the traps had a very specific location where they would be affecting. So if we set them all off, then it would like hit places that wasn't R'hllon. So we sort of did it, and then the second pillar fell on him, and we were like, "Oh, that wasn't good." So I was like, "Okay, buddy, I'm coming," and I ran across the floor and set off all the other traps.
which you were mostly able to get out of the way, because I think you only had like I think maybe strength disadvantage, and you only had strength disadvantage, and most of them were dex based anyways. But yeah, poor R'hllon, him being trapped under that pillar, he just kept on getting just this absolutely ground into dust. But after getting freed of all the traps, you found the Cobra Bite ring after inserting your old ring into the key slot. Now this Cobra Bite ring, as R'hllon probably would have talked about it before, is just a poisoner's weapon. It's a prime magical item, which I hope to see in action as we come up. And as we come up, after Rosaline finally piped up and said, this is probably the base of the temple, and whatever is causing the disease is behind those doors. Yeah. So, we come in. Rosaline is still pointing at the doors. The eerily blue light fills the room as cobwebs, dust, and decay kind of waft up into your nose. R'hllon, you've got arrows or you got darts and a big welt on your head with probably a cracked rib, if anything. But you dust yourself off. You look at the doors. Kythos and Pyrite, you guys as well, are staring right at these big stone doors. And Rosaline, pipes up once again. Well, you guys, are you guys ready for this? Or
no? I need a short rest, I say.
Okay, yeah, no prep time. We can prep for sure, and we can figure it out after that.
Let me just ask: is this an area that's safe for a long rest? In that there would be no ambush by enemies.
I would say you'd probably have to maybe roll one encounter check, and I'll make it like if you roll really low, you'll get jumped. But other than that, like you're at the very base of the temple. I highly doubt that it's that anyone's gonna come and find y'all.
Okay. I asked this because my spell slots are 2 out of 4 right now. Mm-hmm. I'd like to go into the fight with 4 out of 4 spell slots.
You would have to take a long rest, and if you took a long rest, there's more chances for encounters.
Okay. Do you guys think it's not worth it?
No, because we're just gonna end up in more fights, which would cost you spell slots anyways. I say a short rest, maybe do it away from the door, but not far enough to where we're like super far away, right? Okay. Just far enough to where we're like hidden, like more hidden, just in case we roll low on an encounter, and then rest up. Then maybe come in with we could talk like a strategy, like not just player to player, but like character to character too. It's like I don't know what's on the other side of the door, but I have a feeling it's zombie Sneeple or some sort of big boy, right? Something. Who knows?
Yeah. So. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, Rosaline nods her head. She starts putting up some torches just to illuminate some of your area. And she starts prepping as well. She has actually, since she didn't have time to kind of do it before, she does have some artificer skills that she can perform with her artificing. Okay,
You'll be artificing.
She is going to look at Pyrite and says, hey Pyrite, I know that you kind of slobbered on my Sudoku page earlier today, and kind of like working through
Yeah, I
that.
helped you solve it.
I'm, the smudging of the ink really will make it hard in the future, but you drooled a lot. That ruined multiple pages.
No, the drool marks where all of the 9s should be.
So just
which
like
is in all of the slots.
all of
if you just
okay,
fill in every
so-
slot with 9, you win.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll try that out, but maybe I'll save those for last.
Yeah.
But she takes a little pen and paper, like it looks like kind of like a blueprint, but with like runes on it, and she kind of like wraps your sword in it. Takes a little ink pen, finished writing an inscription on it, and your sword suddenly glows with a blue pseudo like opaque light, and she just gave you enhanced weapon. You can add a +1 bonus to your attack and damage rolls for the next hour. So
Wow.
yeah, no, I saw how easy you chopped through those snake people's heads, and gonna try and make it a little bit easier.
I want to take my glowing sword and move it around and go.
Oh yeah. Like what? Like Obi-Wan? Like, are you talking more like Star Wars kid or like Obi-Wan? Like trying to be a Redder?
Like a Star Wars kid.
Yeah, roll performance.
Oh, I need to see this
Okay.
roll. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a 10.
That's average.
That's
Not bad.
that's a little average, but no, you kind of like stumble a bit, kind of like Star Wars kid would. Like it's not this is Darth Maul. You are not. You stumble a bit and kind of like scrape it on the stones, but the magical enhancement of it just cuts through it. Kind of like a lightsaber.
Wow.
But yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
You
she-
know,
make a
in
movie.
character, I don't really have a reason for having done that, but it felt really cool.
no, it showed off your skill, your enhanced skill with the blade. So you have fun with that. She takes like 3 steps back. But
I
she's
elbow Roland. I'm like, wow, they could make a movie out of this.
Yeah. I elbow the girl because I have not bothered to remember her name. Hey, lady.
Rosaline, I've said it multiple times.
No, the in character.
Oh yeah.
Hey, lady. Do you have any buffs for me?
I can
like,
do
smile at her.
1 a day. But
So that's a no.
I mean, I can definitely shoot you a little bit of a healing word if you go down.
All right. Give her a thumbs up. Back up.
You back up from her. She backs up from you. I
back
guess
up from
it's
her.
a mutual backup. So you like she's trying to like make sure you're not trying to get an angle on her, and you're just backing up anyways. So you just face each other and like walk backwards.
Yeah, I just wanted the buffs. That's all. I back away. I'm like, okay, I believe you.
All right, so Kaitos, what are you doing, man?
Well, obviously the short rest, right? I'm just hanging out.
Anything you want
should
to
I-
do to kind of prep?
Okay, I kind of wanted to walk through like my spell list with everybody. I was talking with Roland before our session started to just like some ideas. So under my actions here, I have this thing called Channel Divinity. Channel Divinity Turn Undead.
Yeah.
I'll read it for a pyrite. So it says, as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censuring the undead. Each undead that you can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a survival saving throw, DC 13. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until, so like literally turned around like 180 degrees, until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving, and if there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. So I'm thinking, if we go in there, whatever's behind that like stone wall, and there's some undead creatures in there, we can totally do that. And then I'll turn some people around, give ourselves some space, and then we can kind of, maybe wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the dungeon master, give ourselves like an advantage in terms of attacking because they're turned around.
Hey,
I don't know.
the thing about Turn Undead is, yeah, it's a DC 13 with saving throw. Essentially, it's just you spook away the undead, just like boom, they're turned, and they run away. Like they don't just turn around. Like they legitimately run away, and just turn away and hit the bricks.
Okay.
That means you'll get an opportunity attack, but unless they're frightened or prone or stunned or anything like that, you wouldn't get advantage exactly.
Okay.
But
so
it would definitely make them just bolt out of there and clear.
Turn the tides of battle.
Yeah. So maybe we can save that if we're getting bum rushed or something. Maybe I can do it as let's regroup and rearm. I don't know if we want to use it at the very beginning. We'll just have to get a lay of the land and then figure it out.
We could.
So you're telling me that I got shot through with an arrow and stabbed between my ribs, and this entire time you were able to make them run away?
I don't think I had the skill last session. I think I did not see it.
You definitely
No, you did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah,
Wait,
you had
Jits,
it
did I?
since
Oh, I
session
did?
1, yeah.
I was, I'm gonna say Pyrite. I was so hyper fixated on thaumaturgy that I really wasn't looking at anything else last session.
It's all good.
So, but we can totally use it for this, whatever. Assuming that there is undead, for all I know, there's just some alive demon in there that's oh yeah, I'm not undead. Fuck your spell. That's probably, that could be a
Right.
possibility. It could be one big badass dude or woman.
Right. All right, I have a related, unrelated question for James.
Yeah.
I, going through my inventory, forgot that I had my bag of shrimp puffs. Would I be able to use...
I think you have 1 shrimp puff.
All right. Is there a chance that it could heal me in my condition?
Yeah, roll. Yeah, if you roll a high enough survival check, I'll let you heal 1 hit point like a good berry.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Where's survival?
Wait, let me see. Let me see where the shrimp puff bag. You have 1. No, it's full of shrimp puffs. Never mind. You have a bunch of them.
Yo, 18.
You don't chug. It's not. This is not a Skyrim guy. You don't chug 18 shrimp puffs. You can have 1 shrimp puff, and it's a
One
possibility
shrimp
you will act like a
This is-
good berry. If
this is
not,
not
you
an
just waste your turn eating a shrimp puff.
Well, what if I eat it now? What if I eat a couple shrimp puffs now? 1 healing, 2 healing, perhaps, maybe 3 with 3 shrimp puffs.
Roll 3 survival checks, and then I'll have you roll a Constitution check.
Okay, so the first one is an 18.
You heal 1 HP.
Yes. Hey, it counts for something. Let me do that live. Hold on. Boop. All right. Next shrimp puff. I'm sucking the juices off the last one.
Yeah, you feel the buttery goodness go down and hit your stomach, and it's almost like, your wounds start to heal up a little bit.
16 on the second one.
You do not heal an HP.
Ah.
You
Alright, one more.
stuff down 1 more shrimp puff. This one, the second time, is never like the first, and it just hits your stomach like a
I'm rolling one
regular
more.
shrimp puff.
17. Pretty high rolls.
You do not get an HP back. The DC was 18.
Damn. Good rolls all around though. I'll take one.
Isn't that
I'm glad you got those good rolls out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last time Roland rolled I think under 10 for the first 3 quarters, and maybe even the last quarter of the session when he failed his acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
It was just 4s and 5s back to back to back to back. But yeah, roll your con save as you just quickly scarf down these 3 shrimp puffs that have been sitting in your pack for the past 3 days, unrefrigerated.
I do have advantage against poison. I believe that's because I'm a mountain dwarf.
Okay, roll it with advantage.
First roll's a 7.
Okay.
Second roll is a 12.
You start to feel a little bloated, brother. These are like you've gone to Shrimp Fest at Red Lobster, and you forgot that you had some leftovers for 2-ish weeks, and they're getting a little fuzzy. They're not completely bad though. If someone just cast Purify Food and Drink, they would be fine. But
Yeah,
they're not
can't
dried.
shrimp.
They're not nuts and berries like normal rations are. These would technically spoil unless you get a bag of preservation. Just
that
a
a
Ziploc
cantrip?
bag.
Is food and drink a cantrip like purify?
Nope. It's a first level spell, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
we're
burn it,
using
burn
a
it.
spell slot on
Fuck Guiding Bolt. We need Roland's shrimp puffs better and tastier than before.
I'm keeping the shrimp puffs on me.
Roland like thinks about it really long and hard to get those shrimp puffs back to prime tasting.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just thinking, like, if we're trying to strategically use Channel Divinity, knowing that we've encountered multiple undead already, I like the idea of possibly channeling. And I'm speaking this to the team, so I'm speaking this to Kythos and Pyrite. I like the idea of casting Channel Divinity if it is undead, and then possibly using something like 50 feet of rope to maybe trip or tie up or do something to the undead running away, so we force them to stay, and then we can just dispose of them easier. But that'll take some coordination.
So I'll tell you this. Yeah, no, you can definitely plan that ahead. One thing I will say though, and I'll kind of say it out to the group. So Max's Channel Divinity, it resets on a short rest, so you can use it, every pretty often, right? Like I would say Channel Divinity, it's pretty situational, but it's pretty effective at what it does. And it's it's kind of like, you're casting a free spell, or you're doing something like, you're doing a free ability every short rest. So it's one of those things that really requires to know what you might be coming up to in the next short rest or in the next encounter, but using it as you will. And you have actually 3 uses of your Channel Divinity, or no, 3 different kinds you can use it. You only have 1 use to use per short rest right now. But the 3 kinds of uses you have: you can turn undead. Every cleric can, I'm pretty sure. You can Destructive Wrath, which means that when you cast a spell that does lightning or thunder damage, you can maximize that damage instead of rolling for it. So that means if you check your spell slot Kythos, I think I gave you Shocking Grasp with the Eye of the Storm, the item I gave you, and you have Thunderwave, which does thunder damage. I think Shatter also does thunder damage. It does. So if you look at what those do, you'll just be able to maximum damage at least once per short rest on a thunder or lightning spell. You also have...
Sorry, real quick before I go, is there an echo that's going on with my mic?
A little bit.
It comes
if you
in
could turn
and
down
out.
the sensitivity, that would help.
Okay, I'm on the settings right now. I'm gonna change input sensitivity from automatic to just like just a neutral setting. Let me know if... Do you guys hear echo now?
It would have to be
It would have
whenever
to
we
be other
speak,
people
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, let me try the other way on the thing then. Okay, try doing...
Do you even make more noise again, or just keep talking into the mic like this?
That's looking like it works.
Okay,
Yeah.
I moved it the other way on the setting so that...
Cool. No, that works. All right. And the other use you have for your Channel Divinity is Destructive Wrath, which means you can use your Channel Divinity to deal... Or no, that's the first one. Wrath of the Storm. It's basically like free Hellish Rebuke. You just, when a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause the creature to take a Dex saving throw, or it takes 2d8 thunder or lightning damage. So it's, essentially like someone hits you, you immediately snap your fingers and they get struck with a bolt of lightning.
I'm looking at Wrath of the Storm right now. I don't have spell slots.
Oh no, but the thing about that is, yeah, that is just a Hellish Rebuke. You can use this 3 times per long rest.
Per long rest.
Yeah, so that is your... I'm pretty sure that's your... Yeah, that's your kind of your Hellish Rebuke thing.
Okay. So I do that, and when I do the short rest, we'll also read.
Yeah. But
All right,
also...
I don't know if other people are having this problem, but I think we now have the opposite thing where if you've lowered your sensitivity, it's cut out the echo, but now it's harder to hear you. so you'll have to
Yeah,
speak
find a
up.
happy medium.
Yeah.
Turn up your volume. I got you at 100 now.
Okay, how does this sound?
Very gainy, and the echo's back. I think it's just the problem of laptops.
Yeah.
Speaker mic.
I would
That's
say
all
if you
it
have like
is.
headphones or like AirPods, you can put in for it.
Yeah, let me put it back before how it was, and then I'm just gonna put headphones in.
Sound a bit more underwater, but it'll sound better. Like it won't have the
Yeah.
echo effect. It's like a trade-off.
Okay, maybe if I just talk louder, that might help.
God, I check back the recording of the session later. In this,
You know,
in
I'm
these
gonna.
moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, it goes up unedited, so
Mm.
it's gonna be like.
How it sounds. It does sound like that.
It's too much string.
I'm drowning.
Okay. I guess
But,
there's not really
yeah.
much. Does my Cobra Blightwing
Your Kobo by Wing?
does it work on both my Switchblade and my short bow? Like
it
it's
says
just on
the
my
melee,
hand.
the melee attacks that you deal extra poison damage.
And a short bow is not melee, or am I wrong?
I think I might have said every attack. Let me just double check.
Let me read it real quick. The wearer can add flat damage to their weapon attacks. That's how it's specified.
Yeah, you could do the same thing with poison and on
Sweet.
arrows.
I'll assume it's like a miniature spell I'm kind of casting where it's stuck on my right hand, so when I go to swing, it is like a little green aura wave that.
Yeah, it's like a
does the
nice
poison
particle effect that chases around
Yeah,
your
see-
weapon.
Same with the bow, because I'm recognizing that, because I'm doing the math, like, it's so simple. I should have been using my short bow more often, because it does the same damage as my switchblade. So, like, if I sneak attack in the shadows and then just launch arrows from out of nowhere, and have poison, I can be at a distance, stay hidden, and not just do the rush rogue technique that I've been sticking with.
Yeah, and that's
Then
been
I'm
working,
really-
and that's been working every single time.
Kind of. Probably not as much. It's just I don't have all of my full health, so we'll see. Are we still taking a short rest?
Yeah.
This one, because I've got one more hit die left to try to heal.
Yeah, you should eat more shrimp.
Should we go
Guys,
ahead and
I'm
do
on-
that? No?
I am on Discord on my phone. Does this sound better?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So take the short rest.
Nip code, roll your healing.
All right. I'll just add my base value. All right, I'm healing 5. I don't know if it's gonna update on here. There we go. Hey, the D&D Beyond worked for once. I didn't have to input it myself. Short rest worked. I got 3 hit points missing, but I'm at 24 out of 27. What's everybody else at?
Uh,
Well, I'm going
Well,
into the short rest with 17 of 24 health.
Okay.
Did you take your short rest?
Stud.
Yes.
All right. I guess I have to roll the hit die myself. So. The
One
one
D8
How many? Do you
plus
remember how
8.
many you used last short rest? Because you only get to expend that many more. Because
I don't think I used any last short rest.
Gotcha.
I know I used 2, and I only used 1.
I only used
Okay.
one right now.
Yeah, I think.
I only used one last rest, and I'm using one now.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it should track them. So that's good. Yeah, expend however many you
I
want.
healed for 2.
I physically cannot heal anymore, but if you can, it might be a good idea just to full heal.
Okay, I got max health. I got plus 10.
Sweet.
Yeah. So Pyrite, if you just rolled your two. You rolled your 2d10s.
I only rolled one of the 3 I had available.
Okay. You had to add 3 to that, so you rolled 2 plus 3, so you got 5, right?
Oh, okay. I'll heal for 3 more. All right. So I'm just 1 shy of full health.
Okay.
James, you can't go over your max health, right? Like
No,
even though I
not
rolled
unless you have
higher.
temporary HP.
Okay.
All right. I'm good on the strategizing part, I kind of just thought of my own techniques and
Right.
stuff. We'll figure out channel divinity. We've got that buff running. Is there anything else that you all have as like utilities or tools or anything in your toolkit that we could possibly
I mean,
use?
if we just open the door a little bit, I can send the cat to run through and
Maybe.
have it do some reconnaissance for us.
Yeah, we've already taken a short rest.
Speaking of your cat, so you can also, like, if you check the spell Find Familiar, the animal can't attack, but it can do other actions as normal. So, like, if you roll its initiative, I'll say it just works on your turn as well, just so we can save the amount of rolls we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
The other actions you can do, act or attack, which you can't do, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise, influence, magic, ready, search, shove, study, and utilize. So like it can use an item depending on like its intelligence. It can help, which gives advantage on the next attack or save or check. Grappling is pretty good. It just reduces movement to 0, so it can stall something for a little bit. And just other things, it can search. It can, like, get an advantage on its perception, so like that.
Right. Yeah. I guess it would be an effective way if we needed to move the booth from one person to another that could run across.
Yeah, right now,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think Kaitos has it.
Yeah, I am no longer carrying the boof. I have traded that in for my poison ring. I didn't want to handle the responsibility of having the boof on me all the time. Just because my bonus actions were better spent hiding and doing things rather than tossing the pipe to other people.
Pyrite, would you like the ivory pipe of restoration?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. How do I give that item over to him?
You would just add
with
it to
your
your
hands, buddy.
inventory. Yeah, pirate.
Okay. Okay, it is not currently checked in mine, so you should be able to check it.
Sweet. Send that pussy into the room. Let's see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, well, the doors are still closed right
Doors
now.
are still
so
closed.
How easy is it to open them?
Well, you haven't. You want to check it?
Yeah.
All right.
Perhaps
So
before we open the door, would I be able?
Pirate's already
Hold
walking
on.
up confidently to the door.
All right, wait. I'm the stealth guy. Let me look in my inventory because I need to see if my gloves of thievery. I don't think they make a difference. Technically, would pushing these these doors be an act of sleight of hand?
It would be a strength check.
Okay, so like sleight of hand really wouldn't apply. Like I couldn't use these like gloves that are invisible to kind of like stealthily open or
Unless you
push the
can
door.
move a big old stone door with them.
Okay. Pirate strength's better, so.
All right.
Like,
Yeah.
After thinking it through, I back away. I'm like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, you see Roland goes up and like tries to find like the credit card slot, like trying to open up a lock on a latch on a door, and with his hands it just like disappears whenever he puts these gloves on, and he just like you just see him rubbing up and down the crack.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
Pirates,
All
go ahead
right.
and make a
Make
strength
way.
check.
I know what I'm doing here. All right. Strength check.
Yep. That's an 18 or higher. You got it. It's a
Whoops,
big
that
door.
wasn't. Ignore that. So.
Oh
You
my.
nat
Right, nat
20'd
20
it.
on strength.
All right,
Oh
so
my.
yeah, you're able to just easily like you puff up your chest. This tiny like
Open
4
your-
foot nothing. Wait, 3'5"? What is it?
Yeah, it's about 3 foot, maybe a couple inches.
This 3 foot like just beast of a man goes up and just puts one hand on the door and it slides open like you're slowly opening up a fridge, right? Just because as you open up the door, like a swath of dust and blue and green just haze just seeps out of the door and kind of washes you back. You recognize the smell as the same rotting, decaying smell that has been coming from the fields up in Ballybogie, and but mixed with something more sinister, something a little bit more maybe ancient.
I want to like pinch my nose and do a like wave my hand in front of my face, be like, I'd give it a minute.
So Rosalind kind of like backs up, and yeah, she shines a flashlight kind of like up into the smoke, but not through the door. And she starts like scribbling down some notes about it. So,
all right, well, you take your notes. I want to send my cat through to just,
you see she's
check it out. Let me know
when she's taking some notes. Like she removes some pages that have like big drooly splotch marks all over them and like toss them to the side. All right, so you take your familiar. It's still a cat. It jumps up from off your back, and and you're gonna send it to do what now?
I want to it's able to communicate with me, so I want to have it go through the door and then try to indicate how many enemies and sort of a general vibe of how large these enemies are.
Okay, so sorry, I had to pull up the character. I had to put the sheet for the cat because I think it gets keen smell. So the cat goes up to the door, starts sniffing around, and it kind of retches at the stench coming through the door. It has a similar reaction to when it was a mole digging above ground, and it walks into the doorway. While you look through it, are you trying to look through its senses, or are you just waiting for it to kind of communicate, telepathically communicate with you?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't clear on how. I know it can communicate, but I was thinking it would have to go through, come back, and then I don't know, do scratches on the ground for how many enemies there are or something.
Okay, so it's gonna walk in, and it's pretty dark in this room. You can tell that a lot of light is not coming through. Just a couple of eerie, fading blue crystals, blue fungus that you can try and deduce that that's probably what's causing all of the blue eerie light to kind of seep in. Is displaying the ground. After a while, though, you hear. Hold up, let me roll a wisdom save for this cat.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey,
is it my wisdom?
First roll.
So you rolled a 2. That's 2 plus 1. That's a 3. The cat fails, and suddenly you feel it disappear.
Oh no!
Did someone or something take that cat?
You don't know.
Oh God!
So when it disappears, it's not as though the spirit goes back into my ring.
You don't feel it anywhere. So you usually have this connection. Usually your familiar, your companion stays by your side, just kind of, either sits in your pocket if it's small enough, or sits on your shoulder, and you feel its presence there, and you always have a connection to it. It's your familiar. It's this band that you wear on your arm. You've been with it since your second day on back on Aloe, and now it's just poof. It's never been gone from your side since you picked it up and summoned it for the first time. Now it's just gone.
All right, so I'm panicking at this point. I just turn to the Griffin and go, "It's gone," and I
What do
I
you
run
mean
through the door.
What do you mean it's gone?
Oh,
Wait, wait, wait,
I mean,
are you-
it's gone.
Pyrite
are you running
runs
through the door? Wait. Don't run through the door. We might be able to bait whatever's in there into this room. Don't run through the door. Can I like stop
Alright.
it?
It has my familiar. I have to get it.
Oh
It
wait,
can-
what do we have like cat food or something? Maybe we can lure the cat over here.
I think the cat might be dead. Also, can't we just
It's
con-
gone.
reconjure? Can't we just reconjure the familiar
Alright,
if it gets killed?
So, Pyrite,
No.
you are running towards
It's
the
not
door.
back in the ring. It's just gone.
Hmm.
Actually, I mean, yeah, you've never felt it like that before. So, yeah, poof. Gonzo.
Hmm. Spooky.
Yeah.
Well, we know something's
So,
bad in there.
Look, the first thing we need to do is make you less panicked and turn that emotion into anger at whatever demon or thing is inside that room. That means that we can calm you
Pyrite's
down.
dashing through the door.
I'm not
No,
listening to reason at this point. Like
All right.
I'm panicking and I'm running through the door.
All right, so
don't rush
if you
it,
guys
don't
want to go
rush
ahead,
it.
if you guys want to do something, I can switch this over to turn-based. Like, Pyrite has already made a full dash action. We'll start with him in the room.
All right. Yeah, I wanna try to tackle him to like stop him and calm
Yeah,
him down.
I
Alright.
look at Roland and I immediately like understand the situation when I try to tackle him too.
Everyone roll initiative. Let's see if they can tackle you before you make your dash and action into the room, Pyrite.
You can
Oh.
get another cat.
Okay, I got a high initiative on this, and I
Alright.
won't get a high initiative on the boss fight. I got a 19.
Damn, I could have got a 15. I got a 7.
All right, so Pyrite and Kythos. Since Kythos has the higher dex, he will go first. So Pyrite, you'll be going dead last. But I'll also have y'all.
Yeah, I'm going first.
No, Roland is. Roland's going first. Kythos is going second. Pyrite is going last.
Damn, get tackled.
So I'm gonna have all of y'all roll your d6s
Okay.
since it's the start of initiative.
Oh fuck me. Oh no, we're resetting that.
6.
Even's good, odd is bad.
Even's
Right.
good, odd is bad. Yes.
I
You
got a
got-
6.
There we go. Got a 4.
6.
All right.
All right. So all of y'all are
Yes.
feeling fine.
Okay.
Everyone's
Nice.
asymptomatic.
Okay, good.
So we're gonna
we-
start. We're gonna start initiative at the very top. Roland, what are you doing?
Shit. Okay, we need to keep these rolls. This
Kythos
like-
is 30 feet away right now. Or no, Pyrite is 30 feet away right now.
Shit.
30 feet away from what? From
From
us?
y'all, yeah.
He's ahead of us?
Yes. He has
No,
already
he's, like,
dashed
out
away,
the
yeah.
door.
I thought
How far is
our-
the dash?
our tackle
So, actually, Pyrite's only 25 feet away. He does not run with his, like, stubby little legs as far as y'all do. A dash is moving double your movement speed in a single turn. The person with the most movement speed is going to be Kythos. So,
okay, well, how
But,
far
Roland,
is
you'll
the
be able
dash?
to catch up with him with your normal movement speed.
Okay, normal movement speed, then yeah, I'm gonna move towards him. And not so much tackle as to be loud, but kind of like, you know what wrestlers do, if you've ever seen them practice, where like they go on like one knee and kind of like slide across the floor. I want to do that, kind of grab him by the waist, and also like grab his mouth at the same time to like hush him and be quiet and like really try to get him back into the room as swiftly as possible. But do it to where there's no noise. I want
Roll
that to
a
be my
grapple
action.
check. Yeah, roll a grapple check.
What is a grapple check?
That is
That's
just a
just
contested
regular-
strength roll. So you will roll strength, and Pyrite will roll strength. No, you will
Oh,
roll. You will
shit.
roll athletics. Excuse me. You'll roll athletics. Pyrite will roll either acrobatics or athletics, depending on what's better to. Escape the grapple. I think with a grapple, you can use it to escape acrobatics or athletics. But I think it's a contested.
Would I be
Strength.
also rolling acrobatics? Because
No,
is
you'd
it
be
just athletics for me?
doing strength.
Okay, I'll roll athletics then. Yeah, a 5.
All right. Then I roll athletics.
I can still beat it, but there's not a high chance.
I have a +6 to athletics.
Yeah,
so
I think
you
the
can't.
only way you can fail is if you roll a nat one. Okay, yeah, no. Pyrite just he shrugs off, like he's in a running stance and like elbows Roland in the nose as he tries to go for the waist hug, and just like no grapple, no chance.
Great. Lovely.
I mean, there's also a bonus action you can do if you want to do anything.
I mean, I would literally just, as he's escaping my, like, that first attempt, I just want to do the same thing. Like, if I can make that bonus action. Okay, what can I do in a bonus action? Like, I know this, just... Let's see. Fast hands. What am I gonna do? Try to trip him? You know what, honestly? Can I sleight of hand to try and, like, trip him? Like, just grab his ankle out?
That would be essentially trying to do a shove action, which is an action. Sorry, brother.
Wait, Roland, Roland, do you have anything in your backpack that you could throw at him? Like maybe knock him out?
You gotta check your inventory, brother.
I don't think I could use a throw as a bonus action, can I?
Nope.
Because I can dash, disengage, or hide.
So your features... Roland. As a bonus action, you could use a bonus action granted by cunning action to make a sleight of hand check, use thief tools or disarm a trap, or open a lock, or take the use an object action.
Oh, so Max is right. Use an object. But that's the thing. We all... Okay, here's my thought.
What are you doing, brother?
I think, honestly, if he's just going to outroll strength checks, there's no point in stopping him. And since we all rolled really well for our symptoms, like, we should just engage, like, in the combat. So I think what I'm going to do, seeing as how I can't control his rage because his familiar got kidnapped, maybe, I'm going to run into the room as well. But I want to use... If this is possible to do in tandem with whatever movement speed I have left.
You don't have any movement speed left. You'll have to make a dash action to get into the room. Pyrite was already at the doorway when you started this initiative.
Okay, then I'll just dash. I'll dash into the room as well. But
can I give Oh, are you still on your turn? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just dashing into the room with him at this rate. Like, just in case he gets like bum rushed, he'll have somebody else behind him.
I wanted to do a Shield of Faith on Pyrite just because he's ahead of us.
Okay. You cast Shield of Faith. Go ahead and take that out of your inventory, or take that out of your spell slots, and Pyrite has a +2 to armor class.
Alright.
Okay.
Pluggers. I'm dashing the room with him. That'll be the end of my turn.
So yeah, you are now in this dark room with the blue lit lights. I'll describe what you see when everybody else gets in the room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
and my sword is glowing, so I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it's not like
light.
It's not like a huge source of light, but you can see it kind of like how Sting like highlights around Bilbo.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exactly like light up the room.
Okay.
All right, so next it would be Roland or Kythos. Kythos, did you move at all? Are you staying back?
Oh, I'm like trying to catch up with the group, like with Roland, basically.
All right, so you have 30 feet of movement. That's in the doorway, so you're good.
Yeah, I'll keep up with Roland and just try to follow up with Pyrite as much as I can.
All right. So next is gonna be Pyrite. Pyrite, you see Roland like he dives into the room after trying to grab you. Like you see that he was kind of miffed about it a little bit, but takes a second look at his actions and just dives in before you. What are you doing, brother?
I want to dash towards the spot that like I last felt the familiar. So if I could have felt its movement and known generally where it's going, I want to run towards that spot as fast as I can.
Yeah, so like, you are going towards like almost the center of the room.
All right. Yeah, so I am. Yeah, really, my main goal is just to try to find my familiar as fast as possible. So I want to run towards where I felt it and like be looking around, ready to attack anything that's captured it.
Okay, so you do that. Everyone is now in the room. Rosaline falls in behind Kythos as the doors like creak open a little bit more, letting in a little bit more light from the blue fires outside. As you guys look around the room, you gaze on huge picturesque. Like, you know, the kind of artwork that's made out of small pieces of stone, kind of
Mosaics?
Mosaics, yes.
Yeah.
You see these huge stone mosaics inlaid in the walls of the Yuan-Ti, kind of like you saw on the outside of the temple. These ones are more, you could see, holy. Like, they're in reverence. You see a lot more symbolic things, like you see, sunshine, and these Yuan-Ti living underground. The temple with, figures on the outside, kind of like representing, like, this is their house. And you see just like a kind of like a ritualistic telling of mosaics on the wall. And as the torches outside get a little bit brighter and the bioluminescent rocks and fungi, kind of like light up the room, you see in the very back of this chamber is a coiled up, shadowy figure. You don't see its full body just yet, but this thing is massive. So
How massive?
it is.
I think it might
So
have.
you guys, I would say, Kaithos, you've been on a ship, like a frigate before. Not kind of like the little small sailing ship that you guys came in on. Maybe a little bigger than that.
This is a figure that's the size of a cruise ship.
Not a cruise ship,
Oh,
but like a large multi-person ship. Not a ship that has 5 people on it.
okay, like a yacht, like a mini yacht.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, damn, that's a big ass yacht. I think in my head.
Yeah, Kaithos says, "Damn." That's a big ass yacht.
Wow.
But after a while, as the light kind of reaches the back of the room, this figure starts to raise up, and you guys see this. Hold up.
Oh God. I'm gonna look it
Write it down
up once he
here a
posts the
second.
pic. The scariest motherfucker.
Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have it. I have it copied down somewhere.
Who dares disturb my mosaic slumber?
Why do you gaze upon my rocks on the walls?
You didn't buy a museum ticket to pay for that.
Did you guys check with the doorman? Did you check with him coming in? Who let you in here?
No, you gotta check your bags. You gotta check your bags at the front. You're gonna ruin it.
How do I know that these aren't ruffians coming to cause a disturbance? Oh wait, hold up.
I looked
Where
up
is
Big
it?
Fat Beast, and 10 gifts down, I got a K-Rool gift, so that's what
Guys, maybe we can negotiate. We'll, if he gives us the cat back, we'll go on our happy way.
Maybe it doesn't have to begin and end in combat. We could try to talk our way out of it. Of course, none of us have a high charisma stat. Like, I have +1 to my base charisma rolls, and I've got, like, decent persuasion, but none of us are, like, bards,
Right.
Yeah. I got +2 on charisma. I can maybe make something happen.
I mean, depending on what he's about to send.
Yeah.
in the
So
chat.
yeah, y'all see this huge shadowy figure. It looks like a giant cobra snake wearing jewels and rubies and other kind of like funguses kind of growing off of them. As a large being in the Underdark that's this old, it's kind of adapted its way into this underground area just as much as it's adapted to it. But as this giant creature raises off the ground, you see that coming out of its neck is a large bioluminescent, almost crystalline rose that pulsates and glows with an unnatural power, kind of bathing the green mist that's coming off of this giant figure in purple light as it fades in and out.
Oh, good God.
Hold on, let me- That's very
Not
good.
to... And I'm not going to use this... well, you know what? No. Is it on 5e just called a giant constrictor snake, or is it like
No.
a giant cobra?
This is a homebrew that I made.
Oh, fuck me. I can't even
So
look
yeah,
it
you
up.
don't and also don't be looking up those stat sheets of those monsters, Colin. You wouldn't know.
I was looking up giant snake DND. Then that's what got me to where I'm at.
I was looking up in the Discord gifs the WWE snake guy where they're playing the flute trying to charm him.
Does anybody speak Sneeple? Speak Sneeple.
I got Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Infernal. So unless he speaks Infernal, probably not.
What's the snake in Pokemon called? Like the cobra snake
Ekans?
that's like a poison?
Ekans
No.
and Arbok.
Yep. Arbok.
Arbok.
I'm just gonna assume
Arbok,
it looks
yeah.
like a giant Arbok.
Here. I'm trying to find.
my
I'm trying
own.
to find a good photo. I'm just generating it right now.
Does it have arms?
No.
They spell Ekans which is snake spelled backwards correctly, but then Arbok is with a K. Why didn't
Yeah.
they just do Arbok with a C?
Translation.
Yeah.
Cobra is cooler.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
He's a pretty cool Pokemon.
All right. I'll Here you go. I'll just post those. It's as close as you're gonna get.
Alright. That's
Alright.
way spookier than what I thought.
Oh damn!
So yeah, this giant thorny rose with a black stem sprouts from the middle of this giant snake, wearing these jewels and having a large frilled neck. And its thorns kind of dig into the skin of this snake as its eyes glow with the same purple red energy that's flowing out of this rose. And as you guys come into its lair, it is going to roll initiative. And I'll switch the music over.
I'm ready to hide. Ooh.
I don't think Channel Divinity Turn Undead will work on this dude because he's not undead.
We haven't
Alright,
checked.
nice try.
We haven't checked if he's undead yet.
I also do have one spell slot left, so I kind of want to save that for like a really pivotal moment.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright, it's going to
we'll-
roll its
we'll-
initiative, and that is a +3. Go over there.
What the snake roll? Yep.
It got a 19.
It.
So that
Okay.
meets yours, Roland, I think.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so I'll go ahead and write these down. Roland, what's your deck score?
My deck score.
Oh,
The
it's
number is 15,
a
and I have a
15.
+2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hers is a 16.
Hers.
Oh, a lady.
Oh, you're a lady dragon.
Of course, you're a lady.
Oh,
Yeah, it starts looking for you see a donkey skeleton in the corner. Then it's going to be, I'll have Rosaline go ahead and roll hers. I think she just adds a 1 to hers. She got an 8, so she'll go third. Oh, wait. No, she'll go second, actually.
Glad I was able to match the snake's roll.
Then,
Oh, no.
Alright. So you'll see this creature raise its head up and flap out its frills. As all of this gas kind of spews out of this rose, and it immediately fills the room with this aura. And everyone, go ahead and roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy. And do I still have advantage on poison, or is this just
This
a
is
disease?
not a poison effect. This is something
Okay.
else.
All right. Well, there's a nat 1 somewhere in there. I got a 15.
Yeah, I got the nat 1, so I'm not thinking at all. I am. I'm just filled with rage and going on instinct.
Alright, so Pirate rolls an @1, and we'll figure out what happens to him once everyone else's get in. A whiz save from Rosalind will be a +1.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did a whiz. I just did a
No, it's
a
whiz
normal
save.
survival.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
how do I
Rosalind
do this?
passes.
How do I do? Oh,
Yeah, you go up to the top left and you click
saving
where it
throws.
says saving throws. You click on the WIS one.
Okay, well, 18 plus 5 is 23.
Well,
Gotcha, okay.
It did roll better. So
Yeah.
could have rolled a nat 1 as well.
Alright, so you had a 15, Pirate got a 1. Alright.
And Kythos got a 23.
Kythos got a 23. So yeah, Kythos, you 100% pass. You are good.
I hate snakes.
You just like you like furrow your brow as all this the smoke starts flying at you. It's like nothing like a barbecue.
Gross.
All right. The DC. All right. Yeah. No, everyone passes it except for Pyrite. Pyrite is stuck in his mind, and we'll resolve that on his turn. But you guys see that as this smoke kind of like washes off you, it completely like blows past y'all. But you see Pyrite. He is kind of like staggering from this a little bit.
Chrissy, he's fucked up.
That is going to be that. I'll make. Yeah, no, that's all she does at this point in the turn. But you see like a large, thorny rattle on the end of her tail, kind of like shake back and forth as you guys look into the room. Next, it's going to be Roland's turn. Roland, what are you doing, bro?
I'm gonna try to run and hide and see if I can sneak around the snake to get behind it.
So
Behind her,
you
I should
see,
say.
yeah, you see that she is backed up against the far end of this chamber.
Okay. I'm gonna analyze the room and I want to see where the best and most like accessible hiding spot is. I should say it doesn't have to be behind her. Right?
Go and roll me a
It can just
perception
be
check.
somewhere.
Roll me a perception.
Does that
check.
count as my action and the bonus
No.
action would be
I'd
hiding?
say go using your perception check to go and find some place. It will dictate on what you do next.
Okay.
Are we spotted at this point?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Not a nat 20, but it's a dirty 20. It's a 17 plus 3.
So as you look around the room, you notice a couple things actually. You notice that there are a bunch of bodies of UNT people just kind of like piled around, like almost in a semicircle around this thing. They're not like piled, but you know they're slumped over in a semicircle around this this creature in the far end of the room. But you also find that one of the pillars has been maybe knocked over, or maybe a bench has been pushed over to one side. You'd probably be able to like dive behind one of those.
Okay. Would I also, in my perception, be able to infer if the corpse pattern has something to do with the curse? Like with the way it's shaped in a circle? Is it more of like an unnatural circle, like somebody placed it there in a certain position, or is it just kind of how the bodies fell?
I would say you're doing a lot of checks, but if you want, you're not into it like inherently magical or inherently kind of like in tune with that.
Okay.
But I'll have you either check for like a magic spell, like maybe a curse being present, or like if there's something else with this rose. Like I'll give you either a nature check or an arcana check. But that would take like most of your movement speed, so I'd say like after you do these checks, like you'll have to do an action in half your movement.
Okay. I'll skip that then. It's just a thought in the back of my head.
Okay.
Like it's passing thought, but I'm more invested in getting behind this pillar and hiding out of its sight while it focuses on a pyrite.
Okay.
More likely.
And someone else can do the check as well. Like if you want to like shout that out to the rest of the group. Like
is there
they
a way
can
for me to do
checks.
that
You just
while
free action.
also hiding?
Free action while you're doing it to hide, and then if you hide, like cool.
Okay, then yeah. I want to hide behind the pillar, but I also want to communicate that. If I can somehow do both at once while still retaining my stealth, that would be awesome.
I mean, as you're running over to the pillar, like if you just like you shout it out, just like what are you trying to just like convey to the group?
Yeah, I feel like something might be up with that corpse pile. Like it's shaped weirdly. I kind of like shout whisper as I'm running. So it's mostly aimed at Kythos, right? Because Magic Boy's gonna be able to tell.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. And then do I still have a bonus action?
You do, yes. So if you want to use that to hide.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be the official hiding
So
action.
yeah, you hide, you just duck behind. Do you want to do anything like you still have an action?
I'm trying to think. How far? So my short bow has a range of 80 feet, I believe. That's what it says on here.
So that means that like its maximum distance is 80. From 60 to 80, it would be with disadvantage because it'd be out of range.
How far is the snake?
and then if it's below 60, I think that's with fine distance, and below 30, I think that's with disadvantage.
Okay.
So I think 60 to 80 is its prime aim and distance. No, wait, I think no, that's 30 to 60.
Yeah, like it needs to be somewhere in the middle. Too close is like, why are you using short bow, and too far
Yeah.
is like, good luck on the shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
How far would I be able to gauge the snake's eyes to be from where I'm standing behind the pillar?
How
Like with my short bow drawn?
how wide?
Like how far? As in, like, if I was trying to get a shot off on one of its eyes.
Okay,
what's
I
the
would say that
distance?
you would have to roll with disadvantage already if you're trying to aim for something specific. But I'll have you know, like, if you want to introduce this rule, I'll have other things aim for specific parts of your body.
No. Actually, I think this will be a turn where I'm only gonna hide, and I'm just kind of... Is it possible for me to use my action to... I need to think creatively here. Because I don't want to give away my position just yet for a disadvantaged, like, arrow roll that's gonna do nothing. So let me think what I can do. I don't know. Bear with me for a moment while I think. Because maybe you know what? Going back to what I was doing before, maybe I could try to do an Arcana check, like just because I want to stay hidden. I don't want to give up my advantage just yet. So I want to see while I'm hiding, since I can't think of much to do since it's so far away, if I'm like trying to look at the pile or look around the room to see like if I can puzzle solve my way into what's causing this curse or things that we could use to fight against the Cobra.
Okay. So you'll use your Arcana check as your action. So go ahead and roll a DC. I would say a DC 16 Arcana check.
Okay. It's +0, so see what happens. Oh, 19.
19. Okay. So you peep around this pillar. You're making an Arcana check, and you notice that like the circle of dead bodies is just by happenstance. You can tell that like they're probably there for some sort of like holy or ritualistic circumstance. Yes, but that doesn't mean it's what's caused it. So there's no like residual magic energy coming off of the bodies themselves, but it is originating definitely from this queen creature. What exactly it is, it might be a mix of both. It might be one of the two. It's hard to tell. Their energies are kind of mixed at this moment. But they're both like two separate sources, I would say.
Perhaps it's the snake and then the rose infection that's on the snake, maybe, is where I'm thinking. So, I remain hidden, and I'm going to watch and wait for the snake to kind of begin its actions before I get out of my hiding spot. So I'll say that ends my turn.
All right.
Unless there's something more I could do.
So, I think that's your action, bonus action, movement. So yeah, you just stay hidden. You do this little check. You start pondering, start running your hand through your beard, and then it's going to be Rosaline's turn. Rosaline is going to take a similarly like defensive action. She is going to like take some cover behind a pillar. There are 5 up pillars in the room. One of them was knocked over. The one that we're all on is behind. And she's going to. She's gonna shout at Pyrite to snap out of it. She's gonna be like, Pyrite, you're gonna have to eyes up, bud. You don't look too good there. And she is going to attempt to. What can she do? She'll go ahead and actually, she has one more. No, she has 2 spells she can do. She is going to cast Fairy Fire on this snake. So it's going to roll a Dex DC 13 check. And it gets +3. It passes, unfortunately. But I'll go ahead and like say the Fairy Fire is up. It's a pretty large creature. I'll have it re-roll this on the start of its next turn. But
Gotcha.
you see that the fairy fire is not able to stick, but as the body kind of coils around and the thorns kind of stick out here and there, it starts brushing up against the other kind of particles of fairy fire. And Rosaline kind of looks up, shrugs her shoulders, and says, "Hey, sometimes sometimes get out of the way," and goes back to hiding behind the pillar. After that, it's going to be Kythos. Kythos, what are you doing, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna ponder out loud if I should do bless, which gives a up to 3 creatures of my choice. Does that mean like my party members, like Roland,
Yes.
Pyrite, and okay? So I'm thinking of doing that, which means whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that number to their attack roll or saving throw.
Yes.
So that's essentially 3 people that get +4 to whatever roll they got, which means that like it's three times the chance of like actually hitting the monster and like, you know, getting a good roll. And I only have 1 spell slot left. I kind of want to do that instead of just throw a guiding bolt and then you know, maybe it gets some damage, maybe it doesn't. I'd rather have like 3 people have a chance of actually doing good attacks versus 1 spell that like maybe does mediocre. So I'm just gonna do bless on Rosaline, Roland, and Pyrite.
All right, so you cast bless.
Thanks.
Everyone will roll with a. I'll go ahead and mark who you blessed.
And I think the AC +2. I don't know if that's still going. For,
That would be concentration. Okay, before you actually cast this, so they're both concentration. You can only have 1 out at a time.
Okay.
If you want to do something else,
Given that bless is a 1-minute concentration up to 1 minute, and Shield of Faith is up to 10 minutes, can I toll the time of like Shield of Faith and just like do the 1 minute of bless and then go back to Shield of Faith?
it would be the same thing. Like an encounter is 1 minute, and I think that's 6 rounds. And most rounds that you've fought, like the longest was maybe against Dormish, but it's because he had those goblins keep coming in.
So maybe it may make sense to just wait out the Shield of Faith timer of 10 minutes, do an attack during this time that doesn't cost a spell, and then when the concentration ends, I'll just do the bless later on.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just like 60 rounds is very unlikely though, Max. But it's up to you. Like if you think that there's like something else you want to do with your concentration, like perfectly fine, and you can always cast other spells that don't require concentration.
Okay, I'll just leave Shield of Faith on because I already cashed out a spell slot on it. I'll just let it work for now. If it's an emergency, I'll go into Bless or Guiding Bolt later. But right now, I'll just do Sacred Flame, which is a 60-foot range.
Okay.
Dex is 13 hit DC.
Okay. You said it's a DC 13?
Yeah.
Okay, so nope. The big old flowery snake is going to make a Dex saving throw, 13 or better. It fails. Wait, no,
Okay,
I think it's a +3. Let me look at its stats real quick. That is a +3, so it matches. If your DC is 13, it matches.
My hit DC is Dex 13.
Okay, so it takes no damage because Sacred Flame is a save or suck. So yeah, you cast this flame. It like kind of like the radiance falls down out of the nowhere, hits it on its scales, and it kind of just like melts off like melted butter.
Mm-hmm. No, that's too bad. I'm an olive oil kind of guy.
Kaito starts making some bruschetta in the middle of the battle.
Can't go wrong with a little mid-battle snack.
Enough! I shout from behind the pillar, but
yeah,
stealthily
you shout enough. Your stealth ends. You get targeted with advantage on to hit next round.
And dies
Dies
immediately.
But
all you have to do is just eat my bruschetta.
Pyrite, it is now your turn. So as this effect, this mystic energy pulses out of this giant snake and hits you, you start to fall back into your mind. So your senses are all gone, your familiar is taken away, you're insecure, you just have no clue like about anything in this world except you wanted to go find your familiar, and now you even can't find yourself as you're falling through this black void inside of your own head. Eventually, your vision comes to, and you're standing back in Cloud Cradle High. This is the same day that you confessed your love to your high school sweetheart, Topaz. You're standing in front of her. You just finished saying your last line of the pre-planned poem and pre-planned speech that you said to her, and you see her kind of like she recoils back and she says, thanks, Pyrite, but I really, really don't want to. Like, really don't want to.
Is it the iambic pentameter? Like I made a limerick too.
It was a lot. And the fact that you wore those fluffy pants to try and like convince me that you are a man of high culture, it really isn't your style either.
I just wanted to try something new out.
Don't. Just the regular you isn't really all that good, and this version is even less. I thought it was impossible. And as she kind of like delivers that blow, like you get a kind of like shake on your shoulder, and you see 3 figures standing almost a foot above you, and you recognize them as Granite, your high school rival? ? I don't think he sees you as rivals, but he just does not like you.
Yeah.
And his 2 buddies, Marble and Quartz, standing with greaser jackets and pompadours, as they kind of as Granite kind of pokes his finger into your chest. Everyone else sees that Pyrite has become dominated, and that means that he is going to follow the Queen's orders until he breaks his wisdom save. So, the Queen is going to make Pyrite turn around and face Kythos. You see nothing behind Pyrite's eyes. As Pyrite, you see that, you're just trying to desperately fight off Granite and his goons. Alright, so he is going to roll to hit. Pyrite, go ahead and roll to hit Roland. Or go ahead and roll to hit Kythos.
What?
Alright, do I get to choose which attack I'm doing?
She is going to force you to do, the best that you can do to go try and fight her. Or fight him.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if I'm imagining this is happening in a high school, I probably don't have my sword there.
No, this is a domination. That's kind of like for flavor, but you are trapped in your mind. That's what you're seeing, yeah.
All right. Well then,
you know what? If this is
best would be the great sword.
Yep.
So.
You know what? If this is about the thaumaturgy, I'll take it.
All right.
Wow.
Does an 18 hit?
My armor class is 18.
So it meets, it beats. So roll your damage. And remember, you are rolling with bless and with your +1.
Well, hold up. I thought bless didn't happen.
Oh yeah, bless didn't happen. So you're just rolling with your +1 addition, and you roll your damage, and you add whatever you would normally add +1.
Yeah. What's the +1 addition for?
When Rosaline wrapped your sword.
Oh, right. Okay, so I rolled an 11, so it would be 12 damage.
You get smacked up bad. Like, Pyrite turns around and like almost a marionette doll, just swings wildly and slashes you across the chest.
Oh god.
All right, go ahead and repeat your wisdom save. You have to beat a 15. Just letting you know now.
Me?
Yes.
Do I put that 12 damage in now, or do I have to wait for the wisdom save?
I only get a 12.
You only get a 12. Yeah, you put the damage in, like he already did his thing,
Okay.
but he continues
Alright.
to stay dominated.
So when I swing, I want to mutter, it's like I spent 2 weeks on that poem, which
see-
nobody
I'm
else
gonna-
understands.
I'm gonna respond with, you know what, buddy? It's okay. The thaumaturgy wasn't a good idea, and I cough up some blood and spit out like a tooth. I spit out like a tooth.
You spit out a tooth. It's completely unrelated. You got slashed in the stomach, and you spit up a tooth.
I think
Ouch.
these things have fangs, but I'm gonna still spit out a tooth anyway.
Like a cartoon character.
A regular, Kythos in his magical bag of teeth that he uses
my
for
leg.
emphasis.
Yeah.
He uses it for every occasion. Last week he hit his forehead on the window and spit out a tooth.
Oh my god.
Is being dominated the same as charmed?
Sort of.
Or because I'm looking at conditions on D&D Beyond, because I didn't realize this was a feature. Like whenever your character gets hit with stuff like blinded, charmed,
Yep.
deafened, frightened, etc.
Mhm.
Like I don't see a dominated option.
A dominate is a spell effect.
Oh, okay.
I hope that even though Pyrite is under the influence right now, that he does remember this moment, so that we are officially even as of last session and this session.
Oh yeah, dominate person.
Maybe. So after Pyrite, it's going to be the Queen's turn. She is going to. She is going to take a tail whip attack against the pillar that she saw Rosaline behind. So, Rosaline has a +5 to her AC since she's in 3/4 cover. So she has, I think, a 21 at this moment. But the pillar has significantly less, and if she out-damages the pillar, it's going to fall down, and she'll only be able to take like a 1/4 cover. Alright, so the Queen is going to make this attack.
You know, in Pokemon,
That's a
Tailwind,
nat
we do
1.
defense.
She has multi-attack, though.
Right.
So she's going to roll again.
Nat 1, nat 20.
Nat one every time.
It's a
what
14
world
plus
that would
6,
be.
that's a 20. That hits the
Did I
pillar.
have to say nat 1, nat 20?
That hits the pillar, and she is going to deal. What is that? A D8 plus 3.
Oh no.
It's a styrofoam pillar.
8. She does 11 damage to this pillar, and it starts to look really badly cracked.
Rosalie, get your ass out of there.
She kind of ducks and covers, and she gives you the thumbs up. She's like, I'm gonna try. But after that, so Roland, you are blessed. You are hidden. What are you doing? You also see Pyrite kind of, like just having slashed Roland is just standing there, kind of in the middle of this room, with dark blue blood like flowing down like his sword.
Wait, Roland should not be blessed. I didn't do blessed. I didn't say.
Oh yeah, no, he's not blessed. Never mind. I put down the little markers before you
Yeah.
put the mulligan in, so I keep thinking it.
I'm taking that
Now,
out of my
obviously,
Instagram bio.
I can't express this in character, but it's probably not the best to like keep the armor class up for the guy that's attacking you.
Yeah, so you can also like I will let you know this, like you can attempt to overcome his or like attempt to save again if you use your action to kind of snap him out of it. Like it'll allow him to roll a DC 15 wisdom save again. But it's up to you. Roll on.
All right. I'm same questions again. Has the snake woman flower thing moved closer to me to
No.
the point where I would be able to? Okay. While I'm still around the pillar, let me think. Has she moved enough in whipping the other pillar that I could sneak behind, or is it basically same
No,
position as before?
She's moved ahead. You can tell like she'd probably move off of her like platform if you were at the very back of the room, but y'all are kind of like in the pseudo middle of the room, So she's kind of stayed in the back, and she's able to like move her tail up and make a quick strike and retreat because no one's getting attacks of opportunity on her.
Okay. I'm torn. I can't just not do anything. I think just because I see Pyrite acting all fucky wucky over in the corner, I am gonna go ahead and attempt to shoot arrows at the snake.
Okay.
I want to do it in a fashion to where, even though I'm rolling on disadvantage, I want to shoot it high enough that I'm essentially getting the attacks off, but it looks like the arrows are more so like eclipsing and falling onto her head versus being shot directly onto her.
I would say you can roll with like flat. I mean, you're hidden right now, so you do have advantage.
Yeah.
So,
True.
like,
Okay.
you know, you're within range. Like, you're not 80 feet away. Like, it's still a short bow, but it's not like a non-considerable distance. I would say she's probably sitting like between 60 and 40 feet away from you all.
Okay, then maybe perhaps I'm still trying to hit her in the eye, but I want to do it in a fashion to where I can.
But
break
I mean,
that
if you try and hit her in the eye, like that's rolling with disadvantage, anyways.
Okay, but doing like the arrow, just kind of blind shot up in the sky arc. That's just normal.
That's a normal roll. But if you try and target specific spots,
Okay, I understand now. What, is it possible for me to do this attack and still remain hidden? It's more of a just DM question.
Nope.
Okay. All right, fuck it. Time to attack. Can't sit here all day and wait for her to get off the wall. So, gotta start some initiative.
all right, go
so
ahead.
I'm
Go and
gonna
hit with roll to hit with advantage.
with advantage.
Yes.
Okay, because hidden. Gotcha. First one is an 8.
Does not hit.
Second roll is a 16.
A 16, I think, hits. Yeah, it does.
All right, cool. That's my action. So, am I rolling for damage on this?
Yeah, short bow, damage,
the
and sneak
poison.
attack. And poison. I'll let you know now,
Mhm.
it's immune to poison. It's a big-ass
Gotcha.
snake.
Go figure. So I won't even roll for that. But let's just say I did roll and it does a 0 no matter what I rolled. Just save the trouble.
Pretty much.
So short bow damage is a 3.
Mhm.
Or no, 5. And then sneak attack damage is a 7. We likey. And then I still have a bonus action, right? Does a short bow? I don't think I can use a short bow as a bonus action.
Nope. That is, you'd be using your attack action. So you did 12 damage. Yeah, you shoot into. So you do like a little arch. You like roll back away from the pillar, so you can kind of get an angle on it. You shoot an arch. It eclipses, as you said, it almost just like it, and it lands like kind of in between a couple of her frills on her neck, and you see the arrow kind of like waggling there, as it just kind of like vibrates in her neck as she goes.
I would like to use my bonus action to reposition after the strike and try to hide in a different place so that the snake woman does not pick up on my location.
Okay,
by the time she figures out
go
what
ahead
happened.
and roll your stealth.
All right,
She is going to roll to attempt to suss you out.
23.
Damn.
17 plus 6.
Let's see. Perception. Her perception is +5. So
Here we
if
go,
she
here we go.
rolls high, you do not. I know this is regardless. You do not want her to roll high.
Yeah.
That is a 21.
Hey, still
No,
beat
wait,
it.
no, that's a 19. Am I dumb? Sorry, yeah, that's a 19. Sorry, I wanted to make it more intense. I wanted to make it more close. Yeah, that's a 19.
Yeah, +2 because fuck you.
+2 because I'm a snake. I got heat senses and shit. So yeah, she does that. And yeah, no, you can hide behind that pillar again. She does not see where that arrow comes from, but she takes those 12 chunky damage, and yeah.
We like you. All right, solid
That's
turn.
that.
I'm satisfied.
All right, after that, it's going to be Rosaline. Rosaline is going to take a similar action. She is going to attempt to hit with her crossbow. And I think she gets a +4 to this. She gets a 12, so she barely is able to, like, she does like a Lara Croft like spin out and tries to be badass and shoot it just like you did, Ralon, but she like just like kind of barely whiffs and goes poof, and hits one of the dead bodies in the semicircle around it. She like quickly like recovers and goes back behind the pillar.
I've got a gift for this. Let me see if I can find
yeah,
it
it's like an
quickly.
XCOM where you have like 20% to hit, and it just like doo 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 doo, and then you roll back behind cover, except nothing hits.
I'm shocked this GIF is not the first one to come up when I type this in.
But after Rosaline's turn, the Rose is going to use two
I don't
of
have
her
a spell
legendary actions to attempt to cast Dominate on Kythos. So Kythos,
Not interested.
go ahead and roll your Wisdom saving throw, brother.
I want to fuck that snake.
Again, not the wisdom normal skill, just
wisdom
the
saving throw,
saving
yeah.
one. Yeah. Which are both +5 anyway. Okay, 16.
Ooh.
All right, so you rolled 16 again. You are not dominated. The black mist kind of like seeps out of her mouth and envelops you.
Brush
That does
your
not
teeth,
happen.
man.
But after that, it's going to be you, Kythos. So you just shrugged off this black gloop, and you have Pyrite kind of standing in front of you, hunched over.
All right, let's help Pyrite in any way that I can. I don't want to get whacked again for 12 damage.
All right, so you hear the rattling of the giant like bundle of thorns around the Snake Queen's tail as you shake Pyrite trying out of his stupor. Pyrite, go ahead and re-roll your Wisdom save. Has to beat a 15.
7.
Again, you just like you shake yourself a little bit, like you feel like you're getting jostled around by Granite again, like you're getting held up to a locker, and it's just he's slamming you up against it.
Can I do a bonus action of healing ward on myself?
Sure.
Okay, that's my last spell slot. I can't do guiding bolt.
I mean, you
but
you also have the pipe.
Oh, I do have the pipe. Yeah, let me do that.
I thought you gave it to me.
Oh, I did give it to you. Yeah. Can I loot the pipe mid-battle from the
No,
from the stone?
I mean,
Am I right?
no, it's because
Hey,
only
Lord.
thieves can do that.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, I will just yeah, I'm just gonna do the healing ward level 1
Okay.
on myself.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your healing for that.
Yeah, it's a 1d4 plus 3.
Yes.
6. Okay, cool. So I recovered 6 of the 12 damage I got.
Yeah, you
All right,
you speak and a band-aid goes over the big gash in your abdomen.
Pyrite, don't whack me, please. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
All right. After that, anything you want to do, Kythos?
Can I get away from Pyrite? I don't want to be.
If
in
you
his...
do, Pyrite will get an opportunity attack on you.
Why would me fleeing Pyrite lead to an opportunity?
Because you're
attack?
disengaging.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're-
I see. Like
You're turning your back to me.
Like he and I are in combat. Okay, all right. I'll just stick around. I'll be there. I'll wait. What else do I got? I can only do one bonus action, right? Let me look at my inventory right now. Hang on.
Pause the game.
Oh.
Look in the inventory. Sort those things.
Again, I can't tie his ass up in rope
Nope.
to
You would have
stun lock.
to restrain him, which I think you'd have to do with disadvantage if you're not already grappling him.
I'll do it with disadvantage. Sure, let's do it. Let's try.
It would be
what
a
am I
contested strength check.
Tested strength
Yeah,
check.
so
okay.
Pirate, you're gonna have to roll strength against against Kythos there.
All right. So I'm doing 2 rolls of strength,
Yeah.
and then
So
whatever's the lowest.
Pyrite, you roll once. That'll be your roll.
Is this a saving throw or just a regular strength?
It's
throw?
an athletics check.
All right.
Because essentially you're trying to like struggle to not like have someone bind your hands.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Can I do any like persuasion of like it's for your own good?
No,
man?
well, all that Pyrite sees is granted like he's taken like some shit like his chains out of his pocket or something, and he has like quartz and marble take out paddles and like guess it's paddling time.
Oh my gosh.
Come on,
Stay
Pyrite,
gold.
don't you love paddling time?
Stay gold, Pyrite.
Oh, I told you last time I don't enjoy it.
All right, 19.
Yeah, we know you do, but you love it and you hate it.
Wait, James, I got a nat 20. Does that like? Do I
Did
still
you
have to
roll
do another
twice?
one? I've only rolled 1 time, but does the nat 20 negate me having to roll twice?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Uh,
Here comes the
seven-
nat-
okay, so 17 and 19. But it was a nat 20 minus 1.
All right, so you successfully, I think. Hold up, let me check the restrained condition. If there's nothing,
Yeah, tie like his legs and his arms up. Like, don't let this guy move.
all right,
And then I'll just like roll him into the corner or something.
let me see. Grappler feed, rope. All right, yeah. No, you successfully you take some rope, like some old like net that you've had saved up, and you quickly take Pyrite's hands, wrap them up real quick, and you circle around him a little bit. It's not like a tight knot. It's still gonna be like a basic kind of like way to get him out. But at the start of his turn, Pyrite can use the action to kind of like break free of these binds.
So this is 50 feet of rope, right? I want to give him enough tying up where he has time to try to snap himself out one more time, but also enough time for me to get out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's the end of your turn. It's gonna go to Pyrite's turn. So Pyrite, you've been tied up for paddle time. You're hanging upside down. You see granite quartz and quartz and marble. They all get their paddles out. They're slapping against their hands. Topaz is looking on. You see a slight snicker go across like her mouth as she sees that you're about to get humiliated. And Granite kind of he sneers and says, guess it's just not your day, huh? He goes up for a big swing, and then your vision changes again. You're standing in front in the town square. You have just approached and gotten addressed by the traveling Vaderon scholar. And he's holding in tears out from laughing so hard as the crowd erupts in laughter as he says, I've never even seen a dwarf that small, even in drawings. And everyone just kind of bowls over laughing as you just stand there after trying to approach him and level with him on an intellectual level. And you look out over the crowd. You are frozen. You are unable to move. And you spot the eyes of Shale, your dad, and he's shaking his head. He's sucking in. He's sucking in his lips a little bit, and is just
Arms crossed, foot stomping.
no, not upset, just sad.
Oof.
I wanna quietly mutter, it's like, we have a whole distribution of heights, and it's it doesn't affect my brain.
You hear like a voice in the back of your head saying, "Cope, Cope. And yeah, no, you're tied up. So I'm going to say the Rose is going to have you use an action to break free. So go ahead and roll athletics one more time.
23.
Yeah, you break free, like completely, like you shrug, and this rope like just melts off your body.
No.
And you're gonna use your you don't have many bonus actions, but I'll say.
Wait, I have a question. Does the charm make a bonus action a obligatory, like you have to do a bonus action, or is a bonus action a conscious, like I want to do the bonus action?
No, the only thing that you can use your actions when you're dominated. Like it's complete control over someone's willpower.
Okay, so it's like the snake is choosing to do the bonus action.
Yes.
Okay. Fucking snake, man. Roland, can you hurry it up over there?
And yeah, Pyrite is going to run up to you, Kythos, and just like ready his sword.
God sake, man. I'm about to cast Guiding Bolt in his face.
But yeah, no, that ends its turn. He's free to this rope. He's up in your face, and he's just his mind and eyes are just not there. Mm-hmm. But after that, it's going to be the Rose of Domination.
Well, hold on. As it's my turn.
Oh yeah, no, you're ending your turn. Make your Wisdom save again. Sorry.
Okay.
Drum roll, please.
You have to beat a 15.
God damn.
Oh, dude.
So one.
Down bad.
Another question I had. So my cat has run in. It's gone. So I'm assuming its will has also been dominated.
Yes.
Does it get Wisdom saving throws?
I would
is it possible
say
it could snap out?
I would say that the way I had kind of had it flavored was that it got dominated and it used its action to dismiss itself. So it's just gone.
Okay. But okay. So if
it's not gone forever.
It
so like at the end of your long rest, you'll be able to resummon it.
Okay. So when it dismisses itself, it doesn't just automatically go back into the. Okay. I see.
Like it's essentially like how they talk about hollows. It's like when you die or dismissed, like you go hollow and you find your way back to a bonfire. Essentially, this familiar is doing the same thing. It gets dismissed. It goes back to like a realm of undead and has to make its way back to the companion's band.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, you stay dominated. Your dad's still sad. Next is going to be the Rose of Domination. It is going to roll to get its dominate power back again. On a d6, 5 or 6, it gets it back. As a 6, it gets it back. It is going to cast. It's going to cast it on. I guess the only one that it can see is Kythos. No, it can see Rosaline. Yeah, she's going to cast it on Rosaline. Rosaline has a what to whiz? +1 to whiz. She does not pass. So you see this smoke like billows out and kind of wraps around this pillar and gets into Rosaline's like eyes. You see them like turn real bloodshot for a second. Then after a while they calm down, but there's like no life behind it, and she is like shudderingly still right now.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Say that I die and Roland like beats the boss and finishes the fight, does that mean that I get like revived with 1 HP and then like
You would have to roll your death saves, or someone would have to, like, stabilize you.
Okay. But okay, so like after the boss fight ends, if I die, you know, Roland finishes the fight, and then like I would have to do a death save after the fact, or just like as soon as
It
I
would
die?
be in the middle of combat, so your death saves are rolled live.
Okay.
So every round on your turn, whenever you're not stabilized, you would redo your death save.
Okay. Gotcha.
But that's her legendary action. Now it's time for a regular action.
Sorry, one more question.
Yep.
On a death save, if I come back up, do my spell slots get filled up, or are they
Nope.
still at 0?
Still the same.
Okay. All right.
All right. So she is going to. What you gonna do? She is going to take a. Actually, she's concerned about the only one that's actually doing damage to her. She knew she got an arrow struck in her scales earlier. She is going to use her turn to sense. And what sense does, what sense does, or search. I'll go ahead and like give her the ability to make perception checks with advantage. So she's going to attempt to re-roll her 2 perception checks and attempt to find Roland. She does not. So she like her eyes kind of like glow, and it searches around the room. You see like beams of red purple light striking through the darkness and through the mist, but she does not see where it's coming from. And she's gonna kind of hiss and just like, you know, impatiently slam her tail down on the floor.
I remain hidden.
But
Too good.
Roland, go ahead and tell me what you're gonna do, brother.
Same move as last turn. I'm gonna make a short bow sneak attack. Same way, same arch, same all. Since I've remained hidden and didn't get spotted.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit with advantage.
Please. Okay. 15 for the first roll.
Go what?
Nat 20 for the second roll.
Good
All
job.
right,
Oh,
roll
baby.
your sneak attack damage and your crit damage.
Oh my god, yeah, and it's crit damage. Does crit apply to both the sneak attack
No.
damage and the regular? Ah,
Don't think so.
okay. It's not that
That's
much flank.
that's
I'll
only
roll-
with divine strikes or divine smites.
Dang, okay. Well, shit, that's real lucky. Okay. 11 for the crit damage before the sneak attack damage. And the sneak attack damage, oh my god, 19 damage in total.
Damn.
Woo! Fuck me, I'm soloing the boss. And I'm not even using the ring I just acquired.
Yeah, while Kythos tanks the hits.
While I'm talking pyrite through his father issues.
Yeah, you see Roland like celebrate, like, man, I'm doing that. I'm getting down dirty. And Pyrite is like struggling with his mental image of his
can
father in his mind.
We can always find you another fatherly figure.
But what do you want to do?
Me?
Yes, that was your action. You still have a bonus action.
Oh shit, yeah, I still have a bonus action. Again, I'd like to try and continue hiding. Same thing as last turn.
All right, roll your stealth.
Alright, please, for the love of God. Okay, well, not everything can be great. Rolled an 8, 2 plus 6.
Gotcha. All right. It's going to be Rosaline. Rosaline, her passive perception beats your stealth. She has one more spell slot. So she is going to use that to cast Fairy Fire on you, Roland, and behind that pillar that you're at.
Ow.
So go ahead and roll a Dex save. DC 13. You're probably going to pass it. It's not that hard to
Boom.
beat.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Highest stat. I'm a dex boy.
So yeah, you dive out of the way as this fairy fire comes at you and it illuminates that area. But I will say that now that area is illuminated, you will not be able to hide behind that pillar.
Understood. And I failed to hide behind it anyways, so that fits. I'll find a new hiding spot, of course.
But that's all she can do. She kind of leans over, does the same thing whenever, like, a puppet is deanimated and kind of just, like, hangs there a little bit. And at the end of the turn, she's going to attempt her wisdom save again. Gets a +1. And she snaps out of it. So she is, like, like, illuminates this area, but as she does it, she, like, shakes herself awake and, like, reanimates just for a little bit. She's like, oh my god, am I back? Am I back? And she looks over at you, Roland, and is like, oh, you decided to put on some lights, did you?
I'm like shushing and pointing at the
with
boss.
an 8 stealth roll, like you're like standing up and doing this. Like everyone can see you.
Look! Look at it.
Oh! She's like, I remember.
Yeah.
And she's gonna hide back behind the pillar. Actually, well, she was already behind the pillar. All right, up next is going to be Kythos. Kythos, what are you doing? You got this zomboid almost standing right up in your face.
Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if this is allowed. I'm going to not leave combat with Pyrite. I'm going to back up while looking at him to a pillar in the room. Cast. I can't do that.
That would be. You can take a disengage action and then run.
Okay. Is there a pillar near us? Like anything that I can like attack and it would fall, land on Pyrite, and like kind of like the rope situation, like kind of like disengage him.
So like the Rose, like she was able to strike a pillar. It's a DC 18 to hit the pillar, and the pillar has 15 health.
So is the DC now 15 or is it still 18?
I mean, to hit, its AC is 15. So his AC is 18. To hit it, you have to pass an 18, and to make it fall, you'd have to pass a, like a 15 damage. So you'd have to damage it by 15 points.
Okay, that seems a bit unlikely, but even if the pillar did fall on him, I'm not trying to like hurt Pyrite. I'm just trying to like disengage him and like kind of pin him down, basically.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do that. I am going to. Fuck it. It's time. I'm casting Guiding Bolt on the snake monster. I think.
Yeah.
I think Roland,
Guiding Bolt temptation.
I think Roland did some pretty good damage. I'm just going to add on to that before Pyrite goes. My dad is not a good person on me.
Okay.
What?
All right,
James,
go
may I
ahead
ask
and
how much
roll the
damage
hit. Roll the hit with Guiding Bolt.
How much damage have I done in total to the boss? Do you know
31.
that off the top of your head? 31.
Yep.
Damn.
I got a 10.
Yeah. So you're still like kind of bleeding from this wound, and you lean over trying to get around. Well, you don't actually have to lean. he's been slashing up at your stomach, so you kind of just like you're just bleeding. You're holding like your guts in with one hand, and you cast Guiding Bolt, and it smacks this thing on the wall behind it. You miss completely.
Does whiffing an attack count as a spell slot?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Roland, it is up to you. I will be doing Sacred Flames if I can, but I don't think I'll be around for long. Good luck, buddy.
Great. Awesome.
You still have a
fight
bonus
again.
action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but all my bonus sections I think are spells, like Healing Ward or Shield of Faith.
Yeah, dude, just throw some cantrips out there if you can.
But I'm
That's
out
the thing.
of spell slots.
Well, cantrips are free. Is that a bonus action?
That is an action.
No.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
could
know,
do
just
2-weapon fighting, but I only have a mace and my
Just-
arm.
perhaps try to run to a different
What
location.
would trying to snap me out of it count as?
An action.
Okay, so it couldn't be a bonus action. Okay.
Do I got more rope in my body or in my backpack?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it doesn't take that much rope to tie up somebody.
Okay, I'm just gonna do more rope tying down.
All right, roll it with disadvantage. And Pyrite, you roll athletics.
15.
That's not happening. I
Yeah,
got
it's definitely not happening.
15 and 14. Dang it.
So yeah, you do the same thing. You cast this guiding bolt. It misses. You like try and tie him up. Like Pyrite just like again like just like shimmies and it like and it falls off him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Do you have anything else you want to do?
I'd like to say this snake is getting on my nerves. And that is all.
All right. So next it is going to be Pyrite. Pyrite, your vision comes to. Like your dad is looking up and like he looks down at like his knee. And you remember like that was the injury that took him out of tournament fighting. He kind of gives it a rub, like almost like if he's remembering it, and looks back up at you, and like he starts to kind of like disappear out into the crowd. So what are you doing?
So, yeah. I make a start to run after him, and then I just sort of I stop because I'm like, you know, at this point I've already disappointed him a lot throughout the years. So I'm just thinking it's like there's not anything I can change. Like I already stopped going to his house a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, as you start to run after him, and like this realization starts to hit you, like the barrier between you and your dad is just getting further and further, and like more and more impenetrable. Like you just like start to hear less and less of the world around you, and just more of like these laughs from this maddening crowd just echo in your ears and just ring around your head as this image of your father just kind of like fading away and diving back around into the crowd. And you are left surrounded by people, but utterly alone, stuck in your head. And the Rose is going to take this point in weakness, and she is going to... What am I going to do with you? Again, the person doing the most damage is Roland.
Hi there.
Yeah, she is going to actually just use your movement to get over to Roland. And since you're getting out of his range, Kythos, you can get an attack of opportunity against Pyrite if you want.
Can I use that opportunity on the snake or no?
Nope.
Can I do another rope tying action?
I would say no, but you can attempt to grapple him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like when cops tackle people and they're just like, you know, I'm just gonna do that essentially.
Yeah, you can attempt to slow him down. So if you pass an athletics contest with him, you can like decrease his movement speed by about like 10 feet or something like that.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll athletics at disadvantage or just normal?
Just flat, but it's a contest. So Pyrite, you roll as well.
Wouldn't I technically
athletics?
have because like my state of mind is not influenced by a snake?
Nope. It's because the spell's effect is essentially he is like a normal functioning person. It's just he is doing what this other creature wishes.
Okay, but not at like a and not as a weakness. It's just like someone else. Okay, good. All right, I'll do athletics then. 13. Almost had an at 20 there.
15.
Oh.
All right, that's a roll off. So both of y'all roll one more time.
Oh no.
All right. So still athletics with the advantage.
All right, 3. Good luck.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a plus.
That's an 11. Yeah, you like fumble on getting your hands up on him, and yeah, you're barely able to do anything at that point. But with that, you go over, you shrug off Kythos trying to hold you down, and you stomp up to Roland as he's hiding behind this pillar. And go ahead and make an attack against him. Roll to hit.
Please don't.
22.
Sorry.
Does a 22 hit?
Let me check that. I think it does.
Is the boss Pyrite or is the boss the snake?
It does hit.
Roll your damage.
And I should be using whichever attack does the most damage, right?
Yeah. So you'd be using your greatsword as normal.
The snake lady. Oh my
So it's
god.
an 11.
So
then
yeah,
plus 1 because I have the like spell on it, so it'd be
Yeah.
12 damage.
So yeah, you stomp up. So Roland, you like fumble a little bit on your stealth check the last time. You're not able to like slip back in the shadows like you normally would, and like Pyrite, with this unnaturally stern glare, turns over to you, stomps up next to you, and just makes this incredibly hard, deadly slash up against your shoulder, and blood starts like gushing down your right arm. And yeah, so
11
you are
damage?
just smacked up, and it's at the end of your turn, Pyrite. Go ahead and re-roll your Wisdom save. You have to beat a 15.
Am I taking 11 damage here?
Yes, you're taking
Please.
12.
Please, no.
12. Oh my god. Dude, come on.
My God.
I'm still getting punished.
Hey, at least you're rolling well to hit.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that's the end of your turn. You continue to stay dominated. The Rose of Domination's turn. She's going to roll to get her Dominate skill back. She got a 5, and she is going to attempt to dominate Roland. So Roland, go ahead and roll your Wisdom save.
Please
Another
be good.
question: Is there fleeing mid battle to like reset or anything like that?
It's up
I
to you.
rolled a 5. Yay.
So Roland, you have just been slashed into by your good friend Pyrite. You're kind of like just knocked back. You weren't able to do your normal cycle of just getting out of there, trying to stay out of sight. You are spotted, like out in a prison yard as an escape is happening. A spotlight comes down on you, and then black smoke starts to come out of this queen's mouth and into your nose and into your eyes as it seeps into your brain and takes a hold. But that is the end of the Rose's turn. Roland, your vision comes to. You are in the shoddy cobblestone streets of Lower Tippy Top. You have just snatched a pocket watch from a wealthy individual as they stumble through the streets, completely drunk off his mind, and you've stolen away. You hear the clacks of your kind of worn leather shoes against the cobblestone as you run down. But then, after a minute of running, you think you're clear. As you turn to look behind you, you see nothing, but as you turn back around, you run right into the stomach of a large, gruff police officer. A guardsman, I would say. Silhouetted by a gas lamp right above head. Kind of sneers at you and looks down at this dirty, kind of just ruffian little dwarf teen that's stolen yet again. And he just picks you up by the scruff of your neck and like dangles you in the air a little bit and says, "Gone quite far picking these pockets the past couple weeks, but we got you, and you're going in." And he drags you off, and your vision fades again, and you're in a cell. And this cell is kind of a lot better looking than what you'd later find out in life as being kind of the normal Caraford dungeons. This is a tippy-top jail. You can see in the cells to the right-hand side, It's a large. It almost looks like a lounge. There's a little makeshift fireplace. There's rugs on the ground, kind of posh sofas. You can tell, and you would know that the Tippy Top Jail is usually used for drunk and disorderly people just to kind of sit in the drink tank. But all these people are nobles, so they get tossed in this cushy little cell as they kind of just wear off their drunkenness, and maybe they get a little handsy, maybe they get a little belligerent, they break something. But when they spend time in jail, it's perfectly all right. They're gonna be out the next morning, but back doing the same thing tomorrow. All they got to do is sleep on a couch that's not their own. But you get thrown to the left-hand side jail, and it's small. There's splintery wood wherever you sit, if you can sit. There's rats eating up moldy food that has been left in trays that's sitting on the floor. And you get tossed into this jail cell. Your head cracks against the stone, and these two guards just kind of like chuckle a little bit and say, "Starting off from the bottom, kid.
Now we're here."
Maybe the only way to go is down." And they just slam the gate behind them as it rattles. Do you do anything?
Wow.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Roland says wow, and yeah,
I want to
he
get out of
blinks.
the dream. But am I aware it's a dream?
No, this is your real life. This is what you're living through.
I'm gonna try to break out of jail.
All right, go ahead and roll your lockpick check with no thieves tools, with no nothing. I guess just roll a dexterity check.
No gloves of thievery either.
Nothing. And plus, you're a kid. Like you have a +1 maybe.
Why can I? Is it sleight of hand? Yeah, you said sleight of hand, correct? Am I adding a +1 in addition to all the modifiers I have? Since I'm a child.
All right.
Because I rolled a 14 plus 4. If it's +5, it's 19. If it's just regular, it's 18.
I said dex, and you're a kid, so you're not like a thief
Oh,
just
shit.
yet.
Okay, don't.
It's the +1.
Okay. Never mind. Well, I rolled again. So, either whatever you want to count there.
What is it?
I don't know why I thought sleight of hand. The dex check was a 15.
What does the number on the dice say?
The kid number is 16 if I rolled it properly.
Okay.
But if you're taking the sleight of hand that I rolled improperly, then I believe it's a different number. I'm not sure.
So 14. So with 14, like you run up and like, I would say you're trying to attempt to even like maybe snag the keys off this guard's like key ring, and like you make like a jingle for it, and like your fingers brush it, but it makes a slight little bit of noise, and the guard like turns around and like grabs your wrist through the bars and kind of lowers himself down over to you. Says, "You reaching for something? Got sticky
I give
hands?"
him the finger.
He takes your middle finger and bends it back.
Oh.
Are you double jointed?
I guess let's roll to find out if I'm
And
double
you
jointed as a child.
start feeling this finger like almost as if it was like your real life one. Like, oh, it is your real life one. Yeah, you feel your finger like just start to just bend backwards, and it's cranking. You feel like the skin almost tearing as it just goes back, and this guard like just does not stop, just forcing it back and back and back and back. Your vision starts to fade again, and you hear a snap.
Ouchie.
But that being your turn, Roland, you are going to... Let's see. Yeah, the only person that's not dominated right now is Kythos.
I'm dominated in a way where all the tides are turned against me.
Much worse way. Yeah, so Roland, you're going to go ahead and you're going to roll behind this pillar, and you are going to... actually, no. Rosaline's still up. And Rosaline attempted to... Yeah, she attempted to put fairy fire on you. You're going to hide behind this pillar and then roll with advantage to hit... Ooh. Yeah, Oh, that's right. I'll go ahead and just roll a d4. 1 and 2 is Kythos. 3 and 4 is Rosaline. I'll tell you right now, if Roland hits, Rosaline's probably going down.
2.
It's me.
Hey,
It's 2. So, Kythos, you're about to get shot at with advantage. Ron, go ahead.
Here we go. Short bow or switchblade?
Short bow.
Does this technically, because it's within close range, fall under that disadvantage rule?
Nope. Because he's in the
Okay.
far back, the range starts to fall off at 30.
Okay. Rolling to hit. First roll. Oh, is an 8. Thank God. Second roll is a 17. Oh boy.
Kythos, what's your AC?
My armor class is 18.
So it doesn't hit.
Damn, you got
So,
fucking lucky.
yeah, Roland, like, he quickly rolls behind this pillar
thank goodness.
and, like, Kythos, you don't even recognize that he got dominated. Like, you're too busy, like hunched over, you're breathing heavy. Like, you see this arrow, like, just whiz right past you in the darkness as like, it comes, you know, just barreling over in the direction of where Pyrite once was. And at the end of your turn, Roland, go ahead and roll your wisdom save once again.
Dude, I literally saw it land an 18. It's a 5.
You
It
stay
like
dominated.
went 18 in the animation and then immediately went over to the 4.
You continue to be dominated. After that, it's going to be Rosaline. Rosaline is going to run up to Pyrite. Actually, she might have seen something like this before, or at least studied the domination effect. It can, I think, you can re-roll it if the creature takes damage. So I'm going to have her. She doesn't want to get in the mix. She is going to shoot at Pyrite with her crossbow, and she gets a +4 to hit. She rolls an 8. Yeah, that definitely misses. So she just think once again Laura Croft style rolls out and does a two-handed grip. But when she misses, she is going to kind of like keep her distance and run back behind a further back pillar just to stay out of range. But at the end of Rosaline's turn, it's going to be Kythos. Kythos, you see your two friends. They're both kind of a distance away. I will say that. They've been just completely and utterly personality-less. Nothing behind their eyes.
I want.
But you have an option, yeah. You were thinking about
I don't
one.
know if this is an action, but I'd like to pray to the god of my people, and just ask, please remove the domination effect from my allies. That's all I ask. I'm asking
Okay.
nothing more except please return their minds back to normal.
So, Roland, you've been kind of away from the shores for a very long time. Like, you're kind of further inland than you normally would be, and you kind of miss the presence of Talos in your heart. But as you start praying, you feel like the vibration from this little cracked sea glass eye that you picked off of the dwarf cleric Grungir. This kind of acted, yeah, the Eye of the Storm. This kind of acted as Grungir's, like, channel, his holy symbol, and has some sort of connection to the seas and the storm. And it starts glowing and vibrating in your hand. Go ahead and roll a religion check with advantage.
Okay. Let's see. 4.
Okay. With advantage?
15.
Okay, 15. So you feel this kind of radiance, like this stormy radiance. You smell the salt of the sea and of storm clouds rolling in from the distance, and you hear like a voice kind of call out to you. and it says, "You've got to trust within your friends, but keep your distance, and you'll be fine. But I will grant you this favor just this once, my son." And he is going to, like, bring down his hand, and in your mind, like, of course you guys don't see this, but in your mind, like, you see, like, this little eye of the storm, like, get, like, hyper blue for a moment, and it sparkles, and it, like, the thunder and electricity kind of charges up for a little bit. And I will say that from a range, you can attempt to wake them up and snap them out.
Both Pyrite and Roland at the same time?
I will say one of them, but you don't have to be within touch to do it. You can kind of use your spellcasting focus of this eye to kind of, like, shock them out of their domination. But you can do that, but also have, like, your movement to, like, reposition yourself if you want to give yourself some cover, or just duck behind something and hide from this rose. Like, you can do that
Okay.
as well.
All right, I'm going to do it on Pyrite just because he's closest to me, and then I'm going to take cover after, depending on if it works or doesn't work.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead, Pirate, you can re-roll your wisdom save.
Okay. I just realized that I still have inspiration from several sessions ago. Can I use that
Yes.
to get advantage on this
You
throw?
definitely can.
All right. So let's roll wisdom with advantage. So that would have been a 1.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's still just 9.
Damn. Yeah, no,
These rolls are brutal.
you've been just shaking your head. You've not rolled above a 10, I don't think, yet. From
I
these
have not,
wisdom
no.
saves. Yeah, no, it's just brutal. But yeah, like this electric bolt kind of, like, goes through the eye, kind of like a laser pointer, and just, like, zaps this aura of energy that's kind of haloing around your head, causing this domination effect. And you see it, Roland, you don't see it. Kythos sees this, this, like, shock of blue energy just all around the halo, but then it fizzles out, and you run back behind another pillar in the back of the room. So now you have a +5 to your AC, and you are somewhat hidden from the rose. But now she would have to get off of her platform and come off to attack you.
You said Pyrite has +5 to AC?
No,
or
you
I
have
do?
+5. Kythos
Oh,
has
I do?
+5,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Kythos, there is any bonus actions you want to do?
Do I have any, like, rations that can increase my health?
No, that was just a one-off thing. I'm gonna be real. It's like you cannot use rations to recover health. That's what Good Berry's for.
Shrimp puff! Shrimp puff!
Yeah, like the smell of shrimp puff, of old shrimp puff, is wafting through the air. You don't know where from.
Yeah, I'll just again, I'll just hide for now, and I do have equipment, and I know I have like a special bonus action where it's like what's it called? Hang on, I'm on the category here. Bonus actions, 2 weapon fighting. Can I, like, equip a second weapon and then, like, make that, like, 2 weapon fighting
If
later
you
on?
you would have to put down your shield.
Well, I already got +5 to AC now anyway, so I'll just take down the shield and make it +3, and then I'll add, like, a dagger, I guess.
Okay. I mean, if you're equipping the dagger now, you won't be able to do anything with it right now.
That's fine. I'll save it for next bonus action.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're behind this pillar. You have a dagger and your mace. You're kind of like just breathing heavy as you, like, hear the rattle of this stone, of this thorny woven.
Oh, wait,
rattle
actually,
just kind of,
James,
like,
I'm
goes
sorry.
through the air.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Can I replace the dagger with a crossbow and crossbow bolts?
No, that requires a crossbow expert, I think. Is it a hand crossbow, or is it a
It's a light crossbow.
Let me see. I don't think they will. To weapon fighting, when you take the attack action in turn, attack action with a light weapon, you can make one extra attack as bonus action later on the same turn. That action.
I do have a hand axe if that doesn't work.
Inventory. Let me see what this. Yeah, that's a light crossbow. I don't think that is exactly a hand crossbow. Let me see real quick though. Let me check. I don't want to give you anything out of out of it.
If that doesn't work, I'll do like mason hand axe dual wield and then save them for next time. But if the crossbow does work, I might just be chipping away at that boss from like however far away it can shoot. 80 feet to 320 feet range. Wow.
Okay. Crossbow. I would say the light crossbow is not a hand crossbow.
Okay.
Since it's, it's not technically a light weapon, it's just not a heavy crossbow.
Okay, I see. What about hand axe? Can I dual wield a mace and a hand axe?
Yes,
okay, I'm
I think so.
do that.
I think a hand axe is considered light. Let me just double check it.
Yeah, take it.
Yep, it's light.
All right, cool. I'm dropping my shield to get hand axe, mace, dual wielding, so that I can do bonus actions next time.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, you prep up, hiding behind this pillar. Next is going to be Pyrite. Pyrite, you
brother,
you know that you're not going to be able to attack either Rosaline or Kythos on this turn, but you can get up close to one of them. And I'm going to roll a d4 again. Same numbers, depending on who you go to. So one, you go for Kythos. So you go up to the pillar that he's at, and, you, just start readying your sword as you, kind of, stumble up to it. And you see in your head, just writing that letter, or writing kind of the last words of your journal before you start to leave home. The memories of these two past events happening, kind of just burrowing into your mind and just pounding on the back of your head day after day after day. This humiliation, nothing has ever gone your way. It's just been tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, and it's constricting. It's keeping you so tied down. Your last couple minutes left in Cloud Cradle before you just slam the journal shut and leave and go on your own. You think about your mother just a little bit. What is she gonna think whenever you leave? It's just that last little flicker of maybe there's a chance that you can live a happy life, maybe because your mother still loves you, but it's only a flicker, and just like that, it's gone. As you finish writing the last little words of this journal entry, and then you close the book and you walk out the door into sure nothingness. And after that, attempt to roll your wisdom save again.
Please.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
yes.
it.
God.
Yeah.
You have passed your wisdom save. So you open this door and you open it out into nothingness, but eventually the brightness shines through. You see the air as you go onto the docks in Vaderon after not getting accepted into any of the schools down there. But as you try and look around, trying to find passage maybe on a boat that's selling tickets for cheap, and you find some artifacts getting loaded onto the bottom of this ship called the Sea Serpent. And you stow away, and after a while, someone comes downstairs looking, and you recognize your good friend Kythos. But he's healthy. He's not been slashed into. He's not covered in old dust. He's just happy and smiling. And then after a while, you also get chased upstairs. You find Roland. He does the same thing. He's tied up. He's scrambling. He's squirming around. Just having a fine time. And through this darkness, the vision changes a little bit, and you see the Princess Shemisir. She's going on and on and on about all the artifacts and studying and learning a bit more about these new developments and how it's going to help her rule her kingdom one day. And you see a bright hope for the future of Aloy. And as this vision kind of fades, so too does this domination spell, and you are freed from this domination effect for the next 24 hours. And your vision comes to...
so I don't have to worry about getting redominated.
No, but your vision comes through, and you remember that same sunny vision of Kythos smiling, finding you downstairs. You're drinking the pirate rum cakes out of the mug. Your cheeks are getting rosy, but then you find yourself, your vision comes to, and your sword is raised up, ready to strike down on Kythos as his blood drips down the hilt of the sword onto your hand.
And I go, for the love of God, man, I'll get you a new cat. Just calm down.
This is all because you sprinted into the room.
Kythos, I think you've been bleeding on my sword.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to give him the pipe.
Let me get out paper
I'm
towel.
gonna take my pipe and hand it to him and be like, "Hey, it looks like you need this."
Do the curious. Damn. Take a smoke. Take a hit of this one, big guy.
Here.
All right. Yeah. No. You hand him the booth. I'll have you do that as a free action.
All right.
But
right.
after that.
And then.
Oh wait, no. This is the end of your turn, brother. Unless you have another free action.
I just want to turn towards the rose and just look at it with extreme rage.
All right. Yeah, it kind of lowers its vision at you. It knows how much damage it was doing as you, and it's kind of pissed off that it's lost its best soldier, and it lowers its vision and kind of goes up to the ground, and its neck frills up. Wait, why'd you roll enough athletics? All right.
Oh, I roll an athletics check?
You did. I don't know why you did. Oh wait, no, never mind. That was an old one. I don't know why it just showed up.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so that after that is going to be the Rose of Domination. The Rose is going to roll to get its Dominate ability back. It does. Sorry, guys. It rolled a 6 and 2 5s. It is going to attempt to dominate Kythos. Kythos, roll your wisdom save.
This is the third time this bitch has been trying to flirt with me.
You see its fangs swell up. You see a little hint of lipstick.
Oh, I did it again. I didn't do the save one. I did the normal one. Hang on.
Yeah, you gotta roll the wisdom.
Okay, I got 13.
You fail your wisdom save, and you are now as Pyrite turns around and faces this thing, its smoke and purple red energy spews out. It goes around Pyrite, but Kythos, it just floods into your system. And
given that this is the third time that it's tried to do this to me, and I've seen my two allies get dominated, I just scream out before the smoke enters my lungs. I just scream, "Tie me down! Do whatever you need to do to so that I don't get," and then it just falls into my mouth.
Yeah, that's you barely are able to choke out these last couple words, just stop me, and then crash to the ground. And the Rose sits back, content, pleased at itself, and again, frills up its neck and rattles its tail. Roland, that is your turn, my friend. I'm going to see, what is this thing gonna do with you?
Great question.
Well, I will go ahead and do the cycle again. Go ahead and make a new stealth check, real quick, as you hide behind this pillar.
Terrible rolls. An 11.
An 11. All right. Well, that's fine. I will say Pyrite and Rosaline will go ahead and roll their active perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Pyrite, just go ahead and roll perception, and Rosaline has a
6.
Dude.
Rosaline has a 3 to perception, so she is going to suss you out. Yeah, she also does not see you. You're even though this might not seem like it's a really good like stealth, like you are trying to in your mind, like you're trying to hide from again, like this is another week where you're running away from these cops and like you try to hide behind these barrels down one of the streets, and you might think that like you're breathing hard, but it's enough to just watch them slip by as their heavy boots slide across the cobblestone and moss. And as you peek around the corner, in order to get like one final pot shot in, go ahead and roll to hit against Rosaline with advantage.
Again, short bow?
Yep.
Alright. First roll. It was an 18.
That
Second
passes
roll
her AC already, but if you
is
roll again, see if you crit.
11.
Alright, that's an 18. It hits. Go ahead and roll your damage and your sneak attack. I'll tell you right now, I know
Bye,
Rosaline has 17 hit points.
Goodbye, Rosaline. Oh wait,
And,
she lives.
Yeah, and but add your poison damage.
Oh fuck, and no. GG's, lady. Oh fuck off. Yeah, perfect poison damage.
Yeah.
+4.
So yeah, your vision.
That's 16 damage.
Wait,
so she's
16
still
damage?
up.
Oh my god.
So,
I can't do math.
Yeah, Roland, your vision fades a little bit more after like just plinking off this cop's helmet, and he turns around with like this look of just pure sweaty rage, and he like grabs you, and once again like you're slammed up against these like the walls of this house, and it almost feels like the wood splinters behind you as it cracks with the force that this guard is like shoving you up against. And he's like breathing heavily, like this is probably like not the first time that you've done a little pot shot like that against him today. And he says, there's just something about poor kids like you that just don't know your place when you need to be in it. And he's just gonna start wailing on you. Like he takes like his right hand and just like bam, 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 bam. Every strike, just like you don't know if it's his blood coming off like his like cracked knuckles, or the blood that's just pouring out of your cheek as you just take these blows one after the other after the other. And again, like you find yourself in jail, just thrown in there, bloodied, bruised, broken, swelled lip.
Oh gee.
But everyone else sees Rosaline takes this massive arrow hit straight to the chest as this green arc of poison gas follows this arrow as it just it audibly like knocks the wind out of her, and as she breathes back in, the smoke just enters her lungs and she just starts choking, and she falls back as she's but she stays up. Like, she's able to retain consciousness. And at the end of your turn, Roland, go and roll your whiz save one more time.
Please. I don't want to have to use an inspiration, but I will. Does a 9 beat anything?
Nope.
No.
Alright. I'm gonna use an inspiration. Can I only have one saved at a time? I don't remember how many I
think
have.
we said bank 2.
Okay. I think I've banked 2. I don't know if you can confirm that or not.
No, I
'Cause
think
I haven't used any inspiration
think
at all.
Pyrite is banked too.
I've only
look at your
banked
notes.
one. I don't know if I've written those down. Hold on. Allies.
Is it Pyrite or
Mercury.
Kythos?
I did not write down if I banked one or two, so I'm just gonna assume I had one. Anything under other? Yeah. I'll just assume I have one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll it one more time. Please be like a 20. Does a 12 do anything?
Nope.
Damn. Alright, well, GG's.
So yeah, you're trying to snap out of it. Like you rattle the bars, and this guard like he just turns away and starts wiping up his hand and spits on the ground a little bit as you try and rattle these bars and attempt for pity, and all you get is just shunned. And if that's going to be Rosaline, since you didn't hide, Rosaline is going to attempt to. She's gonna just attempt to hide. I think she's going to like drag her body behind one of the pillars and just attempt to cover herself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
She's gonna take her action to hide. She'll roll stealth. She gets a +2 to stealth. Yeah, she only rolls an 8. So most everybody can see her if they do an active perception check.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, you guys definitely hear, like, coughing and wheezing from behind this pillar. That's all she can really do at that point.
Yeah.
Next is going to be Kythos, the Storm.
Yeah, I want to yell to Rosaline. It's like, once I get Kythos back, I'll get you the boo.
I think I might have already used it today. If you got anything else you could do, just try and keep your friends alive.
Kythos, in his dominated mind, went to the freezer to get a popsicle, but he is back.
So,
And
Kythos remembers in Wizard City the Freezy Pop stand where they had fudgesicles.
Damn,
His memory is really happy and sunny. You just remember like nothing but good times in the land of Kythos, Stormbringer. he's sucking down a popsicle. The sun is like, it's like a perfect 72 degrees outside. It's like sunny, but not like the sunny where you get burnt, but just like where you get a little sun kissed.
the snake monster's like, why won't you die? And I'm like, blackberry popsicle.
Fruity.
From Meyer in Wizard City. Have you
Yo,
ever heard
from
of this
Wizard
brokerage
Meyer?
Wizard Meyer. I'm just gonna do like a wisdom save. Just try to make the spell.
Nope, because you are dominated.
Oh.
You don't get to choose what you're doing, buddy. That's my job today. But your vision, as you get this black smoke finally, like after avoiding it after all these times, like being the only person in your party to not remain dominated, you just
To not have storytelling.
Yeah, you just shake and take this dominated effect, and your vision fades, and it reopens. You're like furiously hunched over a pile of refuse back in Wizard City. This is before you even have gone on the seas, have started sailing, have even made that deal with the Sea Devils and become a tiefling. This is your normal, regular self before you became the Stormbringer, and you were just known as Kythos.
Childhood wasn't easy, Snake. I will give you that.
Yeah. Definitely not, because you remember that this is the youth's quarters of Bloisterous. What did I name it? It is like Bloisterous. It is. Remember this. This is gonna be very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Bloisterous Barnabas's boarding school in Wizard City, and you're left behind by your classmates. Yeah. You are left behind by your classmates to clean up the piles of garbage, of old notes, of maybe some discarded quills from normal wizarding studies, but you weren't invited along because, as your classmates make very abundantly clear, you are a poor excuse for a wizard. All you can really do is like struggle with cantrips and just maybe like cast light every now and then. But you're just like hunched over these piles of dust and dirt, and eventually you see the door swing open. It kind of rattles up against the door frame as it slams open. Maybe some of the door starts to like break apart. One of your classmates just raises his hand up and it closes up with ease. This group of wizard youths start coming into the room, throwing their stuff all around. Like their familiars are all dancing around their shoulders or flitting around as they just laugh and talk, and their eyes fall on you, and one of them just kind of looks at you and says, "You're still not done with that. I thought you would have been done with that at least 15 minutes ago, so you would have made yourself scarce, so we wouldn't have to see you like we asked. Anything to say, Kythos?"
I do that. Sorry. I do that thing where I go like, my. Like I can't even say anything. I'm just like,
is poor Kythos gonna cry again? What is that gonna be? The fourth time today? I thought you would have dried up by now, little guy.
I run out of the classroom screaming hostile work environment.
So as you do, you try and run for the door that you just came out of, and you get kind of shoulder checked by one of the like more affluently garbed students, and like you see him, he has like a shock of orange hair. It's kind of like fiery looking hair. It's like kind of like a brighter orange at the bottom, and as it grows out it gets darker. He has thin blue metal spectacles on and kind of like a slightly glittering robe. And you would recognize this to be your biggest bully in this boarding school, by the name of Martin. And he kind of
Mark?
just like Martin.
Oh, Martin. I was like, Mark? What the
Mark!
Fire Emblem?
Marky
No.
Mark.
It's not Martha.
Markiplier?
No, it's not Markiplier. Ugh. Sorry for bumping into you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bloisters Barnabas's boarding school. I'm here, live gameplay, me bullying Kythos for the 18th time. No, like it's just you recognize him as Martin. He shoulder checks you a little bit, and he sends his unseen servant, which would normally be like a higher level ritual spell, but he has it. He sends the unseen servant to like footstool you, so when he pushes you back, you trip over it and you fall on your ass and you roll back up to like your refuse pile that you were cleaning up.
Oh my god.
It's like, maybe, he says, maybe if you're a little bit more practiced, Kythos, you would have seen that one coming. Or do you just not know about unseen servants? And the other ones kind of gather in on the laughter as well.
I mumble under my breath, I fucking hate the British, even though there's no British people like in ALOA. I just say some refuge in my mind just has to say that.
Yeah, you see, like, for an instance, for just a moment, like, you think his teeth look crooked, but he waves his hand in front of it, and it's just a prestidigitation effect. It is pure white pearlies all in his teeth, like, almost perfect. And he says, "What? Can't stand a little bit of perfection in your life? I guess something has to be."
This fucking guy.
And yeah,
one day I'm going to be the best fucking wizard in all of ALOA, and I'm going to lightning bolt up your ass so far up.
Once you find out a way to kill all the other wizards in ALOA? Because the only way you'd be the best one is if you were the only one, Kythos. And they all just keep laughing at you as their familiars kind of join in and chittering and squeaking and squirking. But as your vision kind of fades from that, Kythos, you have a mace and an axe and a perfectly turned around Pyrite right in front of you. You are going to make 2 attacks, my brother. Make your first attack with the mace against Pyrite.
Okay. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
All right. And now with your hand axe.
Ugh, of course I get good rolls now. 18.
18 hits.
All right, roll your hand axe damage. So, like, you see, you're trying to raise yourself up in your fit of rage against Martin, but you keep failing. Like, you stumble to throw a punch as he backs up. Like, they're not too sure on your feet, huh? Did all that cleaning make you a little wobbly in the knees?
I got a 6. Or no, I got a 6 minus 1, 5.
So yeah, but as you kind of like turn around to face this queen, Pyrite, you just like get a whiff right behind you. Feel a whoosh of air, and as you turn around, like this hand axe comes and just like chunks you right in like your arm. It doesn't go too deep. It's just like a hand axe, and you're wearing like some pretty decent armor, but like it definitely cuts skin. And you see that like slumped over, just like you knew you just were, is Kythos, mumbling about blackberry popsicles.
I go, oh,
And the
fuck,
British.
not this.
And Markiplier.
And Markiplier. But that's all that Kythos can do. Kythos, re-roll your wisdom save, brother.
Okay, hang on. I'm just throwing away this plastic wrapper. All right, wisdom save, not wisdom roll.
Mm-mm.
24. Get me
That
the hell
definitely
out of-
saves. So
I know
you,
it.
yeah,
out of
you
Markiplier.
shake yourself up. You think about Markiplier, and like your vision kind of like fizzles out a little bit, and
Let me
like-
just clarify that that dice was literally hovering over a 4 and then tipped over into a 19.
nice. So as you get up and kind of like ready yourself against Martin, like you take like a huge swing up against his nose and like just like snap those blue spectacles right in between his eyes, and like as you make contact and you feel like these thin metal spectacles like shatter and break, like a large thunder strike goes through the sky and hits the ocean. You remember yourself being on the seas and standing at the forefront of like many a ship that you've sailed before, and like just guiding the storms, moving clouds to go hither and thither. You get like you proportion so that the wind hits the sails in just the right direction to save a ship from getting hit by a big wave. Like you are the master of the seas. You have captured your craft. You don't need any fucking books or studies or Martin to try and tell you how to cast magic, because you're the fucking Stormbringer. You bring the storms, and like there is no one that can fucking stop you.
We are so back.
And your vision comes back, but you still have your axe in Roland's arm, in Pyrite's arm, just like just chunking out of there. The first time you use this hand axe is against Pyrite.
I'm so sorry. Let me at least confirm that this wound should not get infected. There's no like cross contamination of blood.
It's a perfectly clean axe. It might be a little rusted, so you should probably get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get you a tetanus shot later.
I think we're even now. It's
Yeah, that's true. Didn't you do like 12 damage to him?
I think mathematically we are even, because I took 6 damage and then well, yeah, I guess you took 5 damage, so we're more or less even.
all right.
All right, but so
it's,
Kythos is free. Pyrite, what are you doing, brother?
He's taking
Oh,
the
wait,
axe
wait.
out of my arm, right?
Yes.
All right.
The boof I
So-
have in my inventory, just FYI.
Yeah, you need that more than I do. So I am. This was nothing but a minor inconvenience to me. I turn back to the rose. I just point my sword at it. I go, you bitch. I want to charge it, and just get as close as I can to attack.
All right, you're able to, if you dash, you'll be able to get up right into it. But you're not able to get to it like immediately because you're kind of in the far back end of this realm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to, so I can dash, get up to it, and then I have action surge where I'd be able to take another action. So if I do that, would I be able to dash
you'd
up
be able
and
to
then
move
attack?
another 25 feet. I'd say you'd be able to get up to it and make your attacks. Yeah.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use action surge. I'm going to dash, and then I'm going to attack with the great sword.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, roll to hit.
If I can, I want to like aim for the rose itself on the snake.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and just roll to hit.
22 hit.
22 hits.
Hey, let's get it.
All right. Start putting your damage up on this thing.
All right, so 14, then +1 because I'm still like.
Yeah, you drop a big, hefty 15 damage against this thing, and it does not look happy. Like it is pissed off. Like you go up and like you kind of like you dash from after getting this like axe out of your shoulder. You shrug that off and you just sprint up to this snake, like past everyone else. And you just leap up and just take a huge swing. Like, not even like, I know like a greatsword is two-handed, but you take like one hand at like pure energy and adrenaline, and you bring it down like with a huge arc, and it lands right through this snake's neck and into the rose, but you don't kill him. But like, it's just, and it's just a huge just expulsion of just pure just impact, just radiates out of you. I would say you still have a bonus action.
So
wink, wink.
I am absolutely enraged. I'm just screaming like, "How dare you make me relive that? How dare you steal my cat? You steal my friends." I want to let's see. Bonus action. I don't have a lot that I could do. But it says 2-weapon fighting, but I only have the great sword equipped. Would it be possible for me, like with my hands, to just try to like start ripping out the rose?
I would say that like if you do, like if you roll a high enough strength check, I will make the rose only be able to how would I do that? No, it just, how do you want to do it? Like what are you trying to do?
Like, so I perceive where it's like it's the rose that's the real problem. It's not really necessarily the snake. That if I can just like rip out the rose and kill it. So I'm not really thinking through this whole action. I'm just trying to like rip out petals and do as much damage to it as possible. I just grab onto like clumps of it and just start pulling.
Yeah, make an. Whoa, who's calling me? What the fuck?
Ring ring.
I'd say make an unarmed strike. But like you're probably gonna take some damage because it's a rose bush, like a big ass rose bush.
Thorns.
All right, so roll to hit with an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Please.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess that's my turn.
All right. So yeah, you you just scrape your hand on some of these thorns, but they're a little bit too thick. You're not able to do anything, but you're up in this thing's stuff. But as you end your turn, it's going to be the Rose's turn. I think the Rose has dominated pretty much everyone in this room at least once, and most of them have broken it yet.
Yeah.
But it means it's going to attempt a bite attack against Pyrite. You're up in her mix. She is going to roll to hit her bite attack, which is going to be kind of nasty. She's a big old snake.
Mm-hmm. I just remembered. So Kythos never stopped giving me the advantage to armor class. So it should be.
So your armor class is what? 18 right now?
It's normally 14, but it's a +2 now, right?
Right. Yeah. No, that's right.
So 16. Okay.
All right. She has a +6 to hit with her bite attack. It's going to be a 10 or higher. Let's see what she needs to do. That's an 8. She misses.
Oh.
So she goes down to try and chomp you up a little bit, and she just barely just scrapes up against you. You're able to kind of duck and roll out of the way, or just kind of fall back from her body, and she attempts to try and just dig into you a little bit. Up
What
next,
would happen if it tied?
if it met, it would have beaten. Meet or beat.
Oh.
With ACs.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all she does on her turn. So that means it's gonna be Roland. Roland, you are still dominated. You are just in this cell. You've had days old rations kind of thrown on you, not even in a bowl. It's just been the guard would come by every now and then with some old porridge that's kind of been left out for the past couple days, and just kind of splashes it on you for you to either sop it up or collect it where you can. And he kind of leans in on the cell, and he's like, I'm getting real tired of having you in here, kid. I don't want to even give you the time of day, but you keep forcing yourself in my pleasant company. Why don't you ever get wise?
I'm just not going to talk back to him after days of enduring the torture, because I know he's trying to get a rise out of me, so I'm going to attempt to stay silent.
Oh, a strong silent type. Maybe I'll have to find another way to make you talk. Maybe try and make you cry a little bit more. I don't think we've done that enough. And you're gonna hear the keys go into the door, and the door shakily slide back open.
I'm not gonna
and
react.
He steps in, and your vision fades. You're gonna do the same cycle again. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
Stealth roll. Oh boy, 17.
All right, so you're pretty dang stealthy. All right, go ahead, everyone. Roll your perception checks to see if Roland will have advantage on to hit you or not.
15.
Does not pass.
14.
Does not pass. Rosaline has a +5 to her AC because she's behind cover. I would say that she's not going to look, but it's going to be unlikely for him to hit her. More unlikely, I would say. Probably not impossible. So I'll say with a D6, 1 and 2 is going to be Kythos. 3 and 4 is still going to be Rosaline. 5, 6 is going to be Pyrite. Let's see who he goes for.
I'm sorry to whoever I'm going after.
Yeah, so that's going to be Kythos. Kythos, take these hits. Go ahead and roll to hit him.
Advantage, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. First roll is a nat 1.
Alrighty.
Second roll is a 11 in total. So does the nat 1 counter?
No.
Counts as... Really?
It's an advantage, so it would be the 11. But 11 does not hit, right? Kythos?
My armor class is 16.
All right, yeah. So yeah, this arrow once again like whizzes by you. Maybe it's something that has to do with Roland just like realizing that maybe he's a little bit stronger than this rose. Maybe he's trying to resist it a little bit harder. But at the end of your turn, go ahead and roll to break the wisdom.
Please.
I-
Please.
I scream out into the room, weak sauce on that arrow that almost hit me.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to be weak sauce. I rolled a 10.
Yeah, no, you stay dominated. Hold up.
We did so well at the beginning, and I'm just like AFK.
Alrighty. So after Roland, that's going to be Rosaline. Rosaline is bleeding out bad. She is going to what is she gonna do? She is probably going to stay hidden for now. But she's gonna try and like stabilize herself and try and like restore 1 HP with like a wisdom check. With a medicine check. Which she gets a +3 to. She does not. She's rolled 6s like last 4 turns to do anything. So she's like trying to bandage herself up with this arrow that's sticking out of her gut, and like her coughing and wheezing just gets a little bit louder as she like just like quickly tries to staunch the bleeding and just goes through like rag upon rag upon rag, and she's just like unable to do much. But after Rosaline, it's going to be Kythos. Kythos, what you doing, bro?
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame with a bonus action of like I'm running towards the boss and trying to do the two-handed weapon thing.
All right, so you're gonna use your movement speed to get up a little bit closer, and you're going to make the Yuan-Ti Queen do her dex save for Sacred Flame?
Yes, Dex being 13 on the Sacred Flame.
All right. Yeah, she beats it. So, no damage.
Okay.
Again, melted butter. Slips right off her scales, but you run up. You're getting close to her. I would say within the next turn, you'll use your movement speed and you'll be able to hit her.
Okay, sounds good.
But up next, it's going to be Pyrite. Pyrite, you're standing on top of this rose. You're able to avoid her bite attack. What you doing, bro?
I am just gonna use my sword to hack as much of the rose as possible.
Roll to hit.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit. So you're swinging around, you're trying to like hack through this like a thick bush. Like you see that this rose, it's gigantic. It's wrapped around this Yuan-Ti Queen's body. The thorns are just digging in. Some of them are like tree trunks as you try and hit through it, and your sword like just starts tinking off it, ding 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 ding, and you're not able to make your way through. Do you have anything else you want to do?
Is there, let's see. Is there any way I could try to, like, signal to the Yuan-Ti that the rose has taken over and, like, try to wake her up? Like,
So
try to get her to fight the rose.
You can kind of deduce that it's almost under the same thing that you were, just dominated completely. And I would say that since this rose has kind of like embedded itself in it, it's going to take probably removing it to have that kind of effect on it. But I mean, Roland or Kythos does have the awakening thing on his eye. Maybe he could attempt to do it.
Okay. So that's not something I would be able to use.
No. Not at this moment, no.
Let's see.
But
Well,
I would say that she is looking quite fucked up.
Yeah.
Like not exactly almost dead, but she's looking fucked up mightily.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else do I have is find familiar, but my familiar's gone. I would not be able to. pull it back. Is there like anything I could do? Like if I could shout at Roland to try to wake him up?
You'd have to go up and touch him.
Okay.
Send help.
Let's see. Okay. I don't know. I guess my action, my attack didn't work, so I guess I just want to ready myself for her next attack.
I would say also, Pyrite, you have a second wind if you want to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting it out there.
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just putting
I
it
know
out there.
I have that, but yeah, I haven't lost that much HP yet, so I'm holding out on that.
All right. So you're just gonna ready attack.
Mm-hmm.
The Rose is going to attempt to make 2 attacks. Actually, she's going to use multi-attack with her tail. One against you and one against Roland. Or one against Kythos. They're both a +6 to hit. They're both going to hit.
No.
So you will take a D8 +3.
Yeah.
Both of
So
y'all
both
will.
of them, yeah, both of them got over 16.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one was against you, Pyrite. You're going to take 9 damage, and Kythos, you're going to take 7 damage.
Okay.
All right, so like really quickly, like this tail lashes out twice, like just bludgeons you, Pyrite, as you're standing up on top of her. It's like it like pushes you into even more thorns. You get punctured and just scraped, and you get tangled up. You're able to get yourself free, but not after like just like gouging yourself on like huge thorns. And Kythos, you as well, like just smacked in the side of the head with this large like rattle of a tail, and just bonk as you're running up.
You dumb snake.
But that's all the Rose can do. It's going to sit back and wait for the next strike. Roll on. That next strike is going to be you, buddy.
Oh.
You excited?
Oh. Just get it over with.
All right. Yeah, as you say that, like you as you say, let's just get it over with. The guard kind of looks down at you and says, "First good words I've heard all day." And he's gonna go back to beating the shit out of you. Go ahead and roll to hide. Roll your stealth check.
Why do I have to roll so well? 23.
All right, everyone, go ahead and roll your perception checks to see if you can spot Roland.
There's no way it beats a 23.
Good fucking luck.
Two.
Hang on. I'll brush my teeth 1 second.
God.
Perception. 18. Almost there.
No, it's like a whisper and he's gone. I would say same thing, D6. Let's see who you're going after.
Well,
That's
hope you're
Rosaline.
Leon. Oh, she's dead. GG's.
All right, go
She's
ahead and
actually dead.
roll with advantage to hit Rosaline. I will say that she is behind 3/4 cover. She's not able to fully get behind the pillar, but you know, it's kind of enough. Actually, I wonder what full cover does. Full.
Well, seeing as how...
No.
Oh my god, a 22 and a 23. Yeah, she's omega dead. Here we go. And this is... yeah, do I even need to do the math? Like, I'll just do it for the fun of it. So we got the short bow damage. Oh, there's that one. We got the sneak attack damage, but wait, there's more. And we got the poison damage coming right up.
+5,
And that
19.
total, if I know how to do math, should be 13.
Yeah, no. Yeah, 13 damage. You see this arrow fly through the air and right into the side of Rosaline's skull and out on the other side. And
Wow.
like almost a clean shot. Like it would have been impossible for anybody else to hit this from like this angle, but she was sitting to the side. She wasn't able to get away from this first arrow that got her, and just like that, thump, Rosalind drops.
Is she like Omega dead, or is there a chance
She
we
is
can save her
very
life?
dead. This is
Oh my god.
like the first time it was dropped by like she was down to by like 2 hit points over. She was down to 1 HP. She had 17. She just took 13 damage plus poison. Did you roll? Yeah, you rolled your poison, right?
I rolled everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
no,
overkilled her.
she's pretty dead. And plus, I don't think y'all have healing anyways.
No.
So she like this arrow just her eyes go blank, and she drops.
Oh, fuck me.
Let me cross her off the initiative. At the very end, go ahead and roll your wisdom to get out of this.
Oh, please. I don't think it's gonna be good enough. 12.
Nope.
Dude, what the fuck are these rolls, though? These are so dog shit. I think there's got to be some RNG manipulation on the saving throws, because my, like, everything else is really good. I don't know. It's not because of the modifiers.
Kaitha's got a 24 on his, so...
I'm just... Yeah, after, like, 6 turns, yeah.
After 1.
After one. No, it's just us dwarves. We're just stupid.
How do you spell her name?
Rosaline.
Rosaline. Okay. I was just gonna make another D&D shitpost.
Yeah, after that, like, Rulon, like, goes back to being an inanimate puppet. Kaithos, it's up to you, brother. What you doing?
What is it?
Same plan as last time. Just Sacred Flame into bonus action of dual wielding.
All right. So, Sacred Flame. The snake is going to attempt to save. That is a 2. Roll your D8.
Okay. Yeah, let me clear that dice thing.
And also, go ahead and roll to hit with your hand axe as you run up and attempt to hack at this thing.
Okay. Rolling to hit is 6 on the hand axe.
Nope. Uh-uh.
Okay.
It, like, clinks off of one of the scales.
But Sacred Flame does hit?
Yep.
Okay, so let me do the 1d8 on that.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Alrighty, you do 2, like, sizzling melted butter attacks against her.
On the board.
Yeah, she like, it splashes up into her eye a little bit. And, yeah, the sizzling melted butter just splashes her with a little bit of radiant damage. After that, it's gonna be Pyrite. Pyrite, what you doing, bro?
I'm going back to using my greatsword as a weed whacker. I am attacking this rose.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll to hit.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit. So,
Alright,
once
well-
again, like, you're still, like, caught up. Your clothes are getting caught up in these thorns. You're just unable to get out of this.
Alright, well then I am going to use my bonus action for the second win to regain some of my HP. So it'll be 1d10 plus 3.
Okay.
So rolling the d10.
Wow,
It's 10,
alright.
so I gain 13 health back.
Okie doke. Alright, after that, it's going to be the Rose's turn. The Rose is going to attempt the same thing. It's going to attempt 2 tail attacks against both of y'all. The first one is a 10. The second one is a 19. The second one is going to be against you, Kaithos. So, a 10, I'm guessing, misses you, Alright?
Yeah, a 10 would miss
Okay.
me because
So-
I have a 16.
Yeah, you're able to roll, get out of the way of this tail, but the second one, as it flips back around, strikes against you, Kaithos. Because I think your AC right now is 16.
It is, yes.
Alright, it's going to do a D8 plus 3. It's going to do 4 damage against you. Once again, just clonks you on the other side of the head, try and balances you out. You feel it in your horn.
So that's 4 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm at 7 health out of 24. May need to use that boost on the next turn.
Yeah, you have the pipe.
Yeah.
All right. After that, it's going to be Roland's turn. Roland, go ahead and roll your bonus action to hide, bro.
Oh my god, 24.
All right, 24. Everyone roll your perception checks, except for Rosaline. She can't perceive anything right now.
She's
Receiving
dead.
the afterlife.
Oh, this is so dumb.
17.
You ain't seeing my shit.
Yeah,
Apparently
also,
sneak version is better.
Pyrite, as Rosaline drops, like the writing from your sword kind of like starts to wither away a little bit. It hasn't dropped off yet, but like you can tell that it was kind of like connected with her life.
Yeah. Was I able to perceive that she died, or am I just such in a fit of rage that
Yeah,
like it
you're
hasn't
only
even
paying
crossed-
attention to this snake.
Okay, so I slightly notice that the paper is coming down. I yell out, I'm like, Rosaline, I think your spell's ending.
You hear nothing. You hear absolutely nothing. You hear the wind, and Roland maybe breathing in the background. No, you don't. He had a 24. You hear nothing. All right. So what was it? You guys got an 18 and a 17 and a 15. Yeah, you don't see shit. All right, Roland. Since we're only down to 2, 1 and 2 is going to be Kythos. 3 and 4 is going to be Pyrite. Let's see who does.
Please be Kythos. I need his armor class to be really good.
That's Pyrite.
All right.
Roll to hit with
I'll do that.
advantage.
There we go. Whee! First hit is 17. The second hit
Yeah.
is a 7.
17 will hit.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Oh god. Okay, here comes the damage. It's a 3. Here comes the sneak attack
Okay.
damage. Also, do you have advantage against poison? Or no?
I have defenses for poison.
Alright. I'm gonna roll and then I'll let James figure all that out. Here comes the poison damage. So my total damage is 10.
All right, but 2 of that damage was from poison,
Yeah,
so it'd go to
damage.
9.
Alright, 9 damage.
Sorry, mate.
Like like Pyrite, you're getting caught up in this web of thorns and roses and snake blood pouring all over you. It's kind of slick up here, and then as you're struggling, like an arrow just flies out of nowhere and just chunks you right in the shoulder.
Yeah, we're getting
Oh,
fucked
but
up.
that was your swinging shoulder. That was your swinging shoulder.
Not again.
That's unfortunate.
And Roland, as you do this, like you see like this shadowy figures like standing in the doorway of this prison cell. The guard like kind of drags you out and throws you on the floor in front of it, and you're barely able to make out like the very warbly voices of your mom and dad standing in the doorway. You don't really make out what they're saying because like your eye is kind of swelled up, your ear is kind of clogged like with your like blood matted hair just like in your ears, and like you can't tell if they're concerned or if they're disappointed or what, but it's just nothing else can really be said except you're just hard to make anything out. But with that, go ahead and roll your wisdom save to get out.
I'm really hoping. An 11.
Well,
Well, GG's. This might be the end. Honestly, these rolls are fucking horseshit. I'm actually getting upset about it. Like I've literally rolled a 9, a 10, a 9, a 10, a 9, a 10, a 10, 9, 9. Like
It happens, man. It happens.
Come on.
Sometimes you roll hot, sometimes you roll not.
my stealth rolls are like insane.
All right, so Gythos, what you doing, bro?
Both time.
Boof it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right. Let's see. How do I use that? Let me click on it. Is there a roll or anything associated with this? or-
Like half of your available hit dice. I think you have D8s. Yeah, you have. So yeah, roll 2 D8s.
2d8s.
Mhm.
8 total.
All right, you get 8 HP back.
All right. 15 out of 24 health. And can I do a 2-weapon bonus action? Mace and
You can
hand axe?
use your action because I think the ivory pipe is a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Then I will use Sacred Flame.
Oh, wait. Nope, it's their action. So yeah, you can use a bonus action though.
Okay, bonus action then the hand axe and mace.
All right, so your hand axe. Go ahead and use that for your bonus action attack.
Okay. 12.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay.
Is that all you want to do?
Oh wait, like as in like, so like now that I use the hand axe, can I do the mace still or no?
No, because your action was to take a hit from the pipe.
Right. But my bonus action says it's called 2-weapon fighting. Does that mean I can use the hand axe and the mace?
No, because you have to use your like 2-weapon fighting means that if you have a light weapon in your like left hand, you can swing that as an attack. But you can't use your action to make an attack because you only have one action, like one attack action per action, and you used your action to smoke.
Okay. I think that's the end of my turn then.
All right, Max. I will say, you've been getting hit. You should cast the Hellish Rebuke.
Oh. Wait, but I don't have any spell slots. It's not a.
It's free.
Is it free?
It's
under
free.
spells. It says under spells level.
Free.
Second level spells? No.
Nope. It's the Wrath of the Storm. I think that's it's right in if you go to your actions page, your actions tab.
Okay, I'm there.
You go to all. You scroll to near the very bottom. You should see this thing called Wrath of the Storm.
Yes, but I also don't have a long rest. All the 3 squares are empty.
Yeah, that means you haven't used any of them.
When a creature within 5 feet that you can see hits a bench, you can use your action. Okay, so when I'm doing the spell slots, does checking a box mean it's used up?
Yes.
Because I've been doing it as in like taking away means
No.
I don't have that.
It means it's used up.
Okay, so I have 3 Wrath of the Storms because I have
Yes.
3 empty squares. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I would like to use a Wrath of the
DRB.
Storm, please.
You have not gotten hit.
Oh, okay.
But also, I will also say that if you check what your eye does, it increases the damage that you do with lightning or thunder spells by a d4 for every spell slot that you use above a cantrip. And it happens for 3 turns. So that means that if you use your spell like Shocking Grasp or Thunder Wave or Shatter, because I don't think you've used any of your 2nd level spell slots at all.
No, I've used all my first ones, but not the second ones.
Right. So
Okay,
you still
damn,
have all of your 2nd level spell slots. And if you activate the Eye of the Storm, you can add, with a 2nd level Shatter, you would roll 3d8 plus 3d4. And also, if you use your Channel Divinity on that attack, you would take max damage for that.
Okay. So can I do a 2nd level spell right now, or
No,
did I use?
you've
up my
already used
turn?
your action. I'm just saying for the
Okay.
future.
Okay. All right. I apologize, everybody. I thought that 0's empty or like 2 empty squares meant I'm out of spells. So I was like, okay, second level spells are empty, and now first level spells are empty. That's I've been
It's kind of like
reading
a checkbox. Those are
Yeah,
those are what's available.
I've been reading it backwards. Apparently now I have 2 second level guiding bolts with like 5d6 die if it hits. So I could end the fight on the next turn.
You also have 2 second level healing words if anyone starts to go down.
Yeah.
Well, Rosaline would have liked that.
Oh no!
Wow.
So,
All
I'll
right.
go ahead and end your turn there. You come to a shocking realization that maybe this could have gone a little bit easier. Who knows? But
We'll never know.
speaking of making maybe going a little bit easier, Pyrite, what you doing, bro?
I'm weed whacking.
Whack those weeds, brother man. Roll to hit.
I really just want Roland to relive his trauma.
Does a 14 hit?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, haven't you rolled a 14 twice now for the hit?
Maybe something like that. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a hint. Her AC is 15, so you're rolling just below it. All right. Anything else you want to do? Any bonus actions?
I've used my second wind, and I don't know. I'm just in the midst of it. I wouldn't be able to like. Yeah, an unarmed strike would just be an attack, so that would just be another action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's much else I can do.
All right, we'll go over to the Rose. The Rose is going to do the same old thing she is going to do. Her little tail swipe against both of y'all. First one is going to be a 13. The next one's going to also be a 13. Do 13s hit either of y'all?
They do not.
No.
All right, so y'all have seen this once before. She's running back the classics. It's nothing new, nothing brand new, and y'all just both perfectly duck right as she makes her swing, and it wraps up and, makes a nice little rattle as it goes back around and goes. But with that, we go back to the MVP, the biggest damage dealer of this fight, Roland.
Hey, motherfucker.
Go ahead and roll to hide.
I swear to God, dude. I'm. Please give me like a nat 1. My stealth rolls are too good though. A 10. That's honestly
A
like
10.
the best
All
you're
right,
gonna get.
Everyone, roll your perceptions.
For real. That's
What are you seeing?
All right, I see him.
All right.
14.
All right. He will not get advantage on either of y'all. That's not going to stop him from firing his bow. I will go ahead and roll that d4. Who's he firing at? It's going to be Kythos. All right.
Okay.
Roll on.
Is this with advantage though?
Nope.
Or no.
You're not hidden.
First time ever. 14. Does that hit?
No.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, no,
Fucking
this
finally.
has been the flub round. So, Roland, in your mind, like you see that, like you're about to leave this jail, you're scrambling, you're trying to go to the shadows of your parents. Like you might not have that good of a relationship with them. Like you barely even are able to make them out in your mind. But being with them is maybe a little bit better than being here in this jail. And like you see a hope, you start to crawling out. With that, go ahead and roll your wisdom.
It has to be on this turn. Thematically, it has to be, surely. 13.
Nope.
Alright.
As you try and get your way out, the guard like shoves your face down onto like a dirty mop puddle, and you begin to like just drown a little bit as he starts suffocating you in this puddle.
Love that.
Right after that, it's going to be Kythos. Kythos, what you doing, brother man?
Okay. When I'm doing a second level spell cast, am I allowed to cash in 2 checkboxes to increase my chances of anything, or
Nope.
is it only like one
One.
checkbox at a time?
This one.
Okay. All right. I'd like to do 1 checkbox of a second level guiding bolt, please.
You said second level guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go to roll to hit. Get +5.
10. Fuck.
10 plus 15, or just the 10 flat? 5 plus 5.
Just 5 plus 5.
Yeah. So go ahead and cross off that spell slot.
All right.
And like the first one that you sent over at this queen, the next one as well, same spot. You get distracted. You're like, second time's the charm, baby. And
I
then
think I had a 10 also on that same first one too.
yeah, maybe it's just the guiding bolt. Maybe it just doesn't like you.
Let's see. Healing ward level 2. What would that do? Can I revive Rosaline with healing ward?
She's dead.
She's very dead.
No, like she's dead. Like I don't think we can actually do
The arrow
anything
went
for
through her brain.
Correct. Like genuinely, unless we had like some sort of magic like scroll to revive her or something. Like she's done. Like we can't even do jack shit after the fight, right, James?
No, she is dead.
All right.
You're gonna live knowing you had 2 healing spells that whole time. Anyways, we'll talk after I'm on whatever.
Wrath of the Storm can't do. Again, I'm just gonna do the hand axe.
All right, go to roll to hit.
12.
Nope.
Okay.
Once again, like you cast this, it's just been like guiding bolt, bam, miss, and run up with the axe again. Miss. It's just like the little wavy letters from a Fire Emblem game just come up. Up next, Pyrite. I think I might know what you're doing. Are you on Roundup Patrol?
Yeah.
All right, roll to hit, bro.
Let's see if I can hit.
End this fucking fight.
8.
Nope.
Perpetual death.
Like once again, like just this display, this bright light fills this room, and you're kind of blinded as this guiding bolt just smashes against the back of this Yuan-Ti queen's head, and just like she turns around, looks at you, Pyrite, and you're just stuck in her thorns again, and she is going to make her 2 tail attacks against both of y'all again. That's an 18 and a 15. I'm assuming they both hit with a +6.
Oh, with a +6? So
Yes.
It'd be like a 24 and a 21?
Yes.
Yeah, those hit.
All right. It's going to get her 8 + 3. The first one is going to be an 11 against you, Pyrite, and then a 5 against Kythos. How y'all looking?
Five.
Bad.
Kythos, you just got hit with a melee attack with a former creature within 5 feet of you.
Ooh, I'd like to do a Hellish Rebuke, please.
What? Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
Or, I'm sorry, Wrath of the Storm. My
What?
bad. I said the wrong.
Hold on, what? You're doing what now?
Music.
Am I talking about the right spell here?
Play the Virgil song.
Doing what?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Hellish Rebuke. Yeah, the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Yeah.
It's the same thing as Hellish Rebuke, but
Okay.
you have
Good
Wrath
now.
of the Storm. It's the same thing. So.
Okay.
All right. So this snake is going to make a Dex save, a DC 13. A 7. There's no way for it to pass. It takes 2d8. Go ahead and roll 2d8 lightning damage as you get smacked with this tail, and it gets caught up in your horn, and like just a jet of lightning goes out and strikes it like it just touched an electrical fence.
So I'm rolling 2d8 to calculate damage onto the monster.
Yes.
Wait, the Hellish Rebuke on second level spell, it says 3d10.
Oh, well, do you want to do Hellish Rebuke or the Wrath of the Storm?
Well, if I do Wrath of the Storm, then I can still save the spell slot, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that one.
All right, roll your 2d8.
Okay. Do the checkbox. All right. 14.
14 damage.
6 plus 8. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, like this lightning just surges through this snake, and you see this rose like start to wither a little bit, like it starts to crumple. The leaves start falling off. Let me calculate just about how much damage y'all have done so far.
We're doing
I
it,
think
guys.
I think I did like 2 damage, and then now the 14. So I've done 16, and then plus whatever Colin's done.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're actually
He's
gonna fucking
learning.
kill it tonight.
He's learning.
Look, Rosaline, we
man.
did it. Rosaline.
You know what's sad, Colin, is even though I didn't know how the spell slots work, I still missed my guiding bolt 2 times in a row now.
That's something, man.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Actually, with that electrical charge, you see this thing start to bend and fall. Kythos, how do you want to finish off this monster?
Oh my god. Is Pyrite, or I'm sorry, is Roland still under the spell at this point?
He starts to like shake his head, but as you kill it, it will probably end his domination.
Oh my god. I want to get Roland and Pyrite up in front of the boss, like just like we all walk up to the boss, even though like Roland's still kind of dazed and he's not like really there. I want to like grab everybody by the arms and just kind of drag them all up, and then we all like look at the cobra in the eye before I say my last words to it.
All right, so you get them both, like you drag them up to the front. This cobra, like it's shaking back and forth. The rose it's shedding petals fast. It's quickly becoming like smaller and smaller and smaller, and it makes eye contact with you, like as its like spotlight eyes gaze down on you. You're outlined in the middle of this room.
I have my last second spell guiding bolt like ready in my hand.
Oh, do it.
I'm literally
Do it,
holding
do
it,
it, do it,
and
do it.
I'm looking at the cobra in the eye, and I say, "Tell me how to revive Rosaline, and I'll grant you a merciful death."
It waves back and forth, just left and right, and this snake just plummets to the ground, and its head falls right to your feet. And it's
Guiding
dead.
bolt it is.
It's dead.
Even
It's
if-
dead, brother.
Okay, well, I'll
What?
save it for next time.
Wait, what do you mean revive Rosaline? Where
As in,
is
like,
she?
does he have any magic scroll or some shit that could revive Rosaline? I even though he already died.
Wait.
I stick my.
Yeah, but-
Oh wait, go ahead.
Where is she? Shouldn't she be here for this?
She's dead.
Yeah,
What?
so Pyrite, you look around and you see that like you have an arrow, I think, sticking out of your gut. You have an arrow sticking out of your shoulder. Kythos, I think, has an arrow sticking out of his leg, and you see behind a pillar, just soaked to the brim in blood, but utterly gray and unmoving, is Rosaline with 2 arrows, one in her stomach that went through almost like you did the earlier that day with the Yuan-Ti archer, and one perfectly through both her temples on the other side.
Oh no! I want to grab the. I know it's not going to do anything, but I want to grab the pipe from Kythos and just like run over to her and be like, "Come on, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. You haven't done the Sudoku right. You messed up the Sudoku. You got to wake up and fix it."
Yeah, as you kind of like breathe this.
inventory.
Yeah, as you kind of breathe the smoke onto Rosaline, like normally whenever you would imbibe with the pipe of restoration, you would see like, this hazy gray smoke that smells like mint and like fresh winter air kind of like wash up against their senses, get imbibed into their nose, and then out through the wounds almost as like a healing mist, and they would close up. But you see that there's no breath at all to imbibe with. There's no anything for her to do with this. And out of her bag falls a completely ruined and like just torn apart Sudoku puzzle book with some of the page kind of like used to try and staunch the bleeding from her stomach, now completely stuffed with blood.
That's fucked up.
Can I loot her? Can I loot her? I did kill her.
You come out of your haze. You see your friends covered in arrows. This thing that's dead has been shocked and chopped. You see 2 arrows that you've had stuck in it. You actually see more arrows stuck in your friends. You see 2 in Rosaline, and Pyrite is grieving over her, like trying to revive her. Yeah, sure, you can go loot her.
I want to be like, hey boys, like, what happened? Like, would I know?
Those were your arrows. Those are yours.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Oh god. Like, I literally like look down at her body, and like, I want to do it respectfully, right? Like, I'm gonna.
Yeah. So Roland loots this. Them. Yeah, Roland loots this corpse that he just killed of someone who had helped y'all, healed him up in the last battle, so he wouldn't go down.
Can I?
Yeah, no,
I
you see
like,
it.
my sword
But he's doing it respectfully.
Attack,
No, he's doing it respectfully.
Wait, I'm not. I didn't even finish my sentence. I was gonna say like.
You said, "Can I loot her?" I think that's a complete sentence.
I asked that out loud to the group. What I was gonna say was I was gonna kneel down and kind of briefly grieve with everybody else, but then, propose to the group where I'm like, well, might as like, how do I say it nicely? Like,
the dead ain't getting any richer.
These, the stuff she's carrying won't do any good just rotting down here, And then
we gotta take her body back up to the surface. We gotta take her back up.
We can do that. Just make her a
Well,
little bit
I mean,
lighter.
we gotta make sure that we've stopped the poison that's poisoning the town, and then.
I mean, I think the snake may have been the source of the poison. Was it not?
It might have been. Is there anything else down here?
Maybe they'll erect a statue of her.
Yeah.
The statue's not gonna have whatever's in her pockets. Can I try to sleight of hand and maybe possibly do it stealthily while they're all looking around for the source of the curse?
Yeah, do it with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about ready to pick up her body and firemen's carry her.
This is a sleight of hand check though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure I do the math right, because this does apply for Gloves of Thievery. So I'm gonna do, instead of a sleight, well, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a sleight of hand roll and then just add +5 mentally to whatever that total is. So disadvantage. First roll is a 16. Yeah, it's getting late. And then the other one is a nat 20, 24. So a 16. What does a 16 do me?
Like that's your total roll?
Yeah. So Gloves of Thievery +5, and my first sleight of hand check was an 11. So it totals 16.
Are y'all actively looking to see if Roland is doing this and looting this corpse?
This corpse,
I guess I'm looking around.
You didn't know her name.
Yeah,
she is this corpse.
I guess I'm looking around. We'll take her body up. I mean, Roland's right. I mean, we don't want to just leave, whatever it is on her body. We should probably make use of it. But
like I said, they'll erect a statue of her.
It's kind of fucked up that we're doing it right after the battle. But
okay, to be fair, I was AFK for 2/3 of that fucking battle, so I know the arrows are mine, but I'm playing ignorant, or I'm playing whatever the expression is. I can't think off the top of my head.
Pyrite, if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
I'm just gonna say it's we're not keeping any of it. We're gonna use what we need to use, and we're gonna give everything else back to her family. So we're not gonna keep any money from it.
Yeah. Right. We need to lighten her body anyways by carrying her. And tell you what, I'll carry her if you want.
We'll lighten her body by taking the weight from her that we'd be carrying into my pockets that I'd be carrying.
It's distributing it across my body. It's physics 101.
Mm-hmm.
Why put it all on my shoulders and arms when I can distribute it across my body? I'm not about to cut her up.
No,
Anyways, what do I
Alright.
find? Does a 16 do it?
So you find typical adventuring gear, rope, a mess kit, a simple dagger, a bright red apple,
Ooh.
her bloodied Sudoku book,
I'm definitely taking that.
2 arrows, one in her stomach, one in her head,
Awesome.
You're happy
Badass.
a lot.
and that is about it.
And the
All
crushed soul of unrealized dreams.
I will take the Sudoku book and pocket that, but I will leave the rest on her body out of, let's call it respect.
Out of respect with big, huge quotation marks around it.
Out of, there's
Really,
nothing
they really just
valuable on
stand
her
for
body.
I didn't find
Wait.
anything shiny or worth anything.
I'm very taken aback by Roland saying, "Let's call it respect." What would you rather call it yourself if you would not call it respect?
We ain't found shit. That's what I'd call it.
Okay.
Why is
Well,
everybody
but-
having a problem with the thief acting like a thief?
Yeah,
Huh?
Roland is like wiggling. Oh yeah, no, we're supposed to act like this is just normal. Oh, it's just a thief. Oh, it's just
I
he's
look
just doing
over-
thiefy things.
I'm very upfront with my character.
I look over at Pyrite and I'm like, "Don't let me fall asleep or die around this guy."
I literally like
Yeah.
let's remember how I began this fucking like town adventure by like literally waking up, throwing like a brick or an empty jug at someone's head, knocking them out, and then going back to bed. Don't think I've been sunshine and rainbows this whole time.
Wait,
I'm not
wait,
good at RP, but
Pyrite's gotta find his cat. Didn't the whole damn point we came into this room?
yeah, focus on your cat. I say, slinging her over my shoulder.
Yeah, Roland is like
Assuming I have.
he's like slinging her over his shoulder, like more blood just like seeps out through the wound onto like his stomach, onto his shoulder.
Yeah. I lost the
You're
fucking
getting-
inspiration
yeah.
for that.
So,
Well, at least we know the Cobra bite,
Yeah.
bite ring works. I say it subtly under my breath.
while I'm holding back tears, I want to like investigate the room. So still looking for my cat, and then also looking for anything else that could be the source of the poison.
I'm doing the same thing.
Also, despite the humorous section of me looting her first, we should probably also check the snake's body and other stuff. Like, obviously, we're kind of gearing to do that, but there might be magic items or gear
Yeah.
or something in this room as
I'll
well.
take my dagger and like cut open the snake's belly, see like what's in there.
Okay, as y'all approach this snake, this huge, massive creature, it's burnt, it's cut up, but this rose is shriveled away, and it kind of like shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. The thorns kind of retract from this body as this rose of domination kind of tumbles out off the body of this snake and lands at your feet. The smoke has kind of cleared. The light is less blue. You can tell that like whatever energy that the rose was kind of using might have corrupted the bioluminescence of the room and maybe the torches as well. Now everything is lit with a bright orange light, and you can see everything a little bit clearer now. The Yuan-Ti Queen is lying there, and this rose lays at your feet.
I want to pick up the rose and just put it into the nearest flame. Just burn it up.
Okay, as you pick up this rose, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
14.
All right, 14. So you can tell that while this magic is active in the rose, it is dormant right now. Maybe it could be used at a later date.
You may want to save it for later, Pyrite.
This killed Rosaline. Killed my cat. I don't
Yeah,
want
but
it.
we don't. I'll hold on to it for you. We don't know what kind of, usefulness it has in the future for us.
It's up to you, Pyrite.
Yeah, let him hold it. I encourage him to hold it.
So Pyrite, you stand with this rose in your hand. It's kind of like
Mhm.
pulsating with like a dark, sinister energy. Like its
Yeah.
thorns aren't like digging into you; they're kind of like caressing you a little bit.
I'm still gonna say it's like we saw what it did to the queen. How do we know it's not gonna do that to us? This is something too dangerous to use. So
Well, we need
I
to
guess unless-
figure out. We need to figure out if we can even destroy it by, mortal means. If fire will even do something like that to it.
Well, as
I
long as
have a
it,
good way to figure that out.
as long as it's safe to transport, perhaps maybe we can craft a bag so that we're not touching it with our skin, and then bring it to the surface, and I don't know, see if we can find somebody who might know better than us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but maybe keep it away from the crops. Maybe take it far out from the city, something like that. I don't know. Let's talk to like if they have a fucking mayor. I don't know, or the most prestigious person in town, and we'll go from there.
A historian or a scholar.
Maybe we'll get a reward for it since we're fixing their entire economy, right? I like shake Rosaline's body, hoisting her back up on my shoulder.
Well, we got to be careful who we give it to because we don't want the same shit to happen all over again.
Mm-hmm.
We could also attempt to destroy it on our own, but I'd like to get paid for, our work today.
Mm-hmm.
I look at all the damage I caused with my arrows under the domination.
We
spell.
could be like a little storage, like kind of thing where like people pay us to hold on to it and keep it away from their town.
Maybe, but we got to start by getting back to the surface. Then we should bring it with us.
I think, okay. We put it in a bag, we take it to the surface, show it to somebody who knows magic, and then we destroy it. Nobody should have this.
Oh, I agree with that for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't want to have to fight a giant snake again.
Yeah, I don't want this around us any longer than it has to be.
We have no benefit.
All right.
I don't exactly look to blackmail the town with this flower.
Yeah, so I want to turn anything that could be used to like hold it so that I'm not touching it directly.
Okay, there are some of those Yuan-Ti bodies on the ground. Some of them were priests, so they have like some spare cloth robes. If you want to just like carve off a little piece of that and just wrap it up in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And as you go to kind of like cut off a piece of cloth from this Yuan-Ti priest that's lying on the ground, very, very subtly, as you finish cutting off a piece of the cloth, its hand reaches out to grab you, and he looks you right into the eyes. And you could swear it almost looks purple. And with that, we'll end the session. I think that's pretty good wrap up to the final end of the session.
Level up.
Undead zombies.
I'm ready for my level up. We earned that.
Why is he Oracle?
Why is he purple?
Purple guy?
He
He is the man behind the slaughter.
yeah, the final boss.
Yeah.
The Markiplier reference comes back full circle.
How do you do the dance? Isn't it like... what the fuck?
You're nailing it, kid. You're nailing it. Look at
I
him
don't
go.
know. Can I roll performance to do the... No.
You immediately drop Rosaline, start hitting the gritty.
No, I start hitting the "We're so pleased to meet you. Welcome to our animatronic family." You don't even know
What?
it. You don't know this song? It's like some cringe ass TikTok song. That's
don't
like
watch
a
TikTok.
Five Nights at Freddy's parody. All right, fucking, I'm looking it up.
I'm not that parade.
Alright, well, I'll end the recording then if you're putting on fucking FNAF.
No.
I'm not having any more FNAF. We've already had the Markiplier reference.
Join us for a bite. I think that's got to be the song. It's got 244 million views.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is the song. This is the song.
Is it the
Fuck
living,
you
is
all
it the
for
living
not knowing what this
Tombstone
is.
thing?
Is it? I don't know. It says JT music. Is that Living Tombstone?
I have no clue.
I don't. I didn't know the name of the song until 5 seconds ago. Yeah, so when I see the purple in their eyes, I start doing the dance. We'll
But-
explain another day. I'm like sleep deprived.
But yeah, guys, how you feeling about this this last session, huh? Tough boss fight, huh?
I think you're behind all of those wisdom rolls. Wisdom
Nah, I
saves
would
rolls.
never. I would never.
And
Listen,
GR.
a DC 15 is not a terrible roll. That's like a base level saving throw for like a
I think I'm just like
good cleric.
I got so worked up over like how good the rolls were at the beginning, of the fact that I was literally doing more damage and problems than the snake towards the second half of the fight was like wee bit infuriating. But that's just the rolls.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was a really fun session. The battle for sure.
Hey, I mean that's one of the reasons why I gave the boss a little bit less health. I was like, you know what? I think they're gonna be doing more damage to each other than the thing, so
Yeah,
I'll be fine
that's
with
true.
it.
Yeah.
Do we level up to level 4 now?
Yeah, so you guys are all now level 4,
I'm ready.
and you'll
I'm
gain
doing
those benefits.
Alright. And then whenever we level up, I mean, we're gonna short rest anyways, but. Excuse me. Manage HP. Do I gain anything? An ability score improvement. Ooh!
Yep, at level 4
Ooh.
and 8
Ooh.
and 12 and 16 and 20, I think you get ability score increases.
Oh, but I
That's-
could choose a feat. We do like feats. I
Mhm.
might stay up a little later trying to figure out which one.
Yeah.
I wanna
Where do I go to increase my level?
Yeah, you would go to your character sheet, and there should be a little option, I think, under... If you click their picture, you see manage character and levels, and you'll be able to add a level to them.